This is the Levels Network. I'm Justin Horo, joined by the Triple AG, Willie Mason, and the bro Lukey Stowe, aka Lukey Live, aka couldn't go live yesterday.
What?
Aka big dub to the Eels.
I tried. There was a point where
You cook, eh?
yeah, I got the voices a bit shot from a bit of screaming and carrying on, but yeah, couldn't go live, which sucked. The Wi-Fi wasn't good enough, but it was still good to be amongst it.
What? It's 2026. Their Wi-Fi is not good enough.
Yeah, well, I had to sort of sneak onto the media Wi-Fi, which you shouldn't really
Come
get.
on, Parramatta pick
But it still wouldn't work. I couldn't do it. But it was good being out there, good atmosphere.
Your point was different for streaming, right? Is that a different level of...
Well, I've never tried it before, so I was sort of just rolling the dice. But it was fun. Great atmosphere. Shout out to the fans. Bit of a march beforehand. Felt a bit Bulldogs-like. I wasn't a fan of that, but we can learn.
What's that about?
The drums.
What do you mean?
It felt very... Like, I love it for Bulldogs.
You got a heap of Lebos in Parramatta?
Yeah, I know, but it's still like I feel like we're adopting.
What is Parramatta more like?
No, but it was just like power up, boom, 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 and then once you can only do that so often, then the guys just start
the Bulldogs
freestyling.
known for that, aren't they? The drums.
Yes.
They really get on that.
Shout out to the Warriors. They were the OGs.
Yeah,
The drums back in the day. The
Yeah.
drums.
Always drums from '95 onwards.
Now I would say the Warriors' signature is the blackout. Home games.
It's a team they got there.
What's the Broncos? They do that. Na.
That's fucking.
They do that dancing thing.
That's a copy as well from the Pommies.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. That's what they do in Super League.
I'd imagine like every fan, but like even the Viking clap, right? That was started by
That's
the
Minnesota,
Icelandic.
is it?
Iceland started in the Euros, and then Minnesota picked it up.
What Euros, but like 2004
Nah.
when the Greeks won.
No.
Seriously, they won.
Did they seriously?
They won.
Yeah,
The Greeks won 04.
Yeah.
I knew they won a year, but like
Because Freddie Serrato, shout out to Freddie, like Bulldogs won, Greece won.
Yeah.
I don't know Greece. He's Italian.
Um.
He fucking hated him. That's what I remember.
What else? Yeah, that's a tangent. That's a strange tangent. Let's go to. Let's just get to the big news. All right, and there were a number of replies. Honestly, normally we pride ourselves on, or we use to build out the show with replies. So many people were fired up with the battle between Gordy and the Broncos, and Adam Reynolds and Madge. And Bomber Bedell was a part of that too last week, where we didn't even really get any good, genuine replies from Thursday like we normally do to build out the show. So,
Can I ask, with the comment section, like, whose side were they favouring? Like,
heavy Broncos.
Heavy Bronx? Okay.
Heavy anti-Gordy.
Anti-Gordy?
Anti-Gordy. There was support, but not much. Like, a comment for Gordy got 5 to
But everyone's
15
in.
likes.
Okay.
Yeah. People were fired up. This one, Matty started his show last night with this around what happened to Gordy later on in the week as well. Matty Johns has delivered a powerful message to the Broncos after they named a conference room previously named in Gordon Tallis's honour, declaring the club has made themselves look petty and pretty small. Code Sports reported earlier in the week that Brisbane had instead decided to rename the conference room in honour of NRLW legend Ali Brigginshaw, having gained access to an email from CEO Dave Donaghy to staff confirming as much.
I thought you were joking when you said this on the.
You thought it was AI?
I thought it was AI or something, like, because you just wouldn't do that to someone like Gordon Tallis, what he's done for the Broncos and who he is, and he's standing in the game. Like, I'm shocked. And to give it to Ali Brigginshaw, no disrespect, but like, you're not even near that. You know, like, I mean, that's NRLW. At the end of her career, she might have something there.
You're right, she's still playing. Ali's still playing.
Ali, you're talking about a legend of the game here who's in the media landscape now, and you know, like he's don't forget what he's done for that club. That 97 to 2004, that little run they had, the aura that they've got now is all because of that era. You know, like I couldn't believe that. That's so petty and ridiculous to do that to someone like Gordon Tallis.
We like petty.
Yeah, I like, but
We like petty. Is this too much?
This is too much. Like, it's a conference room, right?
Yeah.
I thought there'd be a fucking stadium named after him up there, or a part of a bar or something like that. You know,
There are a lot of legends from the Broncos era.
If you're going to take it off Gordy, give it to someone like Petro.
See,
Webkey.
this is where I didn't like it from the Broncos, if I'm being totally honest.
Yeah.
There is a part of me that there seems to be this getting behind Madge, getting behind the new regime. Gordy's been very anti-Broncos. So there's like the side of it where I'm looking at it going, yeah, like deep down, because I think you still got to respect those that have gone before you, you know.
time.
Like that's what just makes me feel a little bit yuck with it. Like there are other petty ways you can go about things, I think. Like I'm all for being, like we said, I'm all for being petty. Has it gone a little bit too far? And I thought it was sort of unfair to Ali Brigginshaw in a way too, because
don't throw her in there. She's, as I said, she's still playing. She's still carving out her career. At the end of the day, she'll have leagues and everything named after her. Like in 10 years, she's still rolling now.
in the women's space.
God, in the women's space, it's their own space.
Because
you don't take it off someone like Gord and give to. There's other spaces where Ali can have another room. There's so many fucking things you can make up to honour someone, right? You don't have to take, which is the petty bit. You don't have to
100%.
take to give to someone else. And poor Ali's still fucking playing and trying to, you know, carve a little way into the Hall of Fame and all that sort of stuff, which she'll get into. But you don't take from a guy like Gordon just to give to someone like Ali who's like, fuck, I don't want this.
But this is the
Bring my
part.
name
This
into
is
it.
the part where like makes me feel a touch uncomfortable, and even just like bringing it up. Like
Yeah, I feel yuck.
the reason, I think, like even being Ali, being an NRLW player, is about trying to get back at Gordy.
Yes.
Do you understand
It's
what I mean by
that's what
that?
I said. Like, it's the whole thing. It's like giving it to a women in the women's space for NRLW from a guy who is Gordon Tallis. It's not a fucking good look. It's a great look to society and where they're moving and all that sort of shit. The Broncos are trying to be this fucking woke little thing. But like, we'll get it. But like, you don't do that. You don't do it because it brings Ali into a bad light when you're going to have people like barking on comments going, hey, you know, I know exactly what the comments are.
Majority's in favour, mate. This is the thing. Majority in
but like
favour. There are a lot of people
some can't. You know what I mean?
There are a lot of the old school generation that just like this is not their era, and we even talked about this to begin with, you know, maybe regards to with Gordy with this, and Gordy's still of the old school sort of way of doing things. He's in the landscape, but he doesn't like ever get caught up in like he doesn't have a podcast.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't do the social media content. Like that's just not who he is. Goes on, does his show for 360, does radio, and even on Triple M. Like even though he's on Triple M, which is I guess more in touch with
A hybrid of the both.
Yeah, it's more in touch with the younger generation demographics. Gordy goes in like it's a paycheck for him. Goes in, does his work, gets out of there. Wouldn't focus much on the comment section, all that sort of stuff.
Nah.
That's why, and I said this last week too. Like massive amounts of credit to Pete Bedell for going in there. Like Pete Bedell. The one thing that I hate, there are so many people that get on social media and you know, have strong words for Gordy, and that's fair. You can be critical of Gordy, but some of the stuff people say they wouldn't say to his face, right? And that's what sort of annoys me.
That's what the comment section is.
I know that, Mace, but there's also the versions of it that are way over the top, and that's why I got mad respect for Bedell, because Bedell went in there, he could have easily got across back up to Brisbane. And he said things that people have said on social media that
It's right here.
Yeah, and it was fucking, and he has those crazy eyes, right? Like people talk a big game on social media. Sit in the 4 chairs at 360 and say what you did to Gordy.
Existence.
And if you do, and if you've got the nuts, if you've got the balls to say that, then I'll give you your respect. But it just like here's what I liked what the Broncos did. Here's parts of it that was a little bit petty in the best possible way. Dads, they did the shot of the celebrations in the Melbourne sheds. Sammy Thaiday, Petro Sivanasiva.
I love that.
That's it. That was like not that. That's it. That's the perfect amount of petty. Like they had. I think the comment underneath it was dads or
Proud dads.
Proud dads.
Proud dads. What a beautiful photo.
That's it, right? Like because that's Gordy's elk. Those are guys that have done the shit with Gordy. And then also after a tumultuous week, Broncos legends that are with you. Like that's the perfect amount of banner, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So there are ways to do it without, like you said, diminishing a legend of the club's reputation by removing him. Now, like I know because I've seen all the comments, mate. So I know what the replies are going to be here. It doesn't change my opinion.
No.
There are going to be people saying he works for the Titans now. He hammers the Broncos. He hates Madge. He's pro Kevy. I get all that. I get all that. That's a part of what I guess his role is in a way, not his role, sorry, that's the wrong way to word it.
The heel sort of thing?
That's a part of what Gordy has taken on life after footy. So he's
retired 22 years ago.
I think you can get back at Gordy with smarter ways through content, through messaging, through debates that doesn't entail removing, even if it's like, I know it's only a conference room, like you said,
it's the fact that it's out in public and people know
and
about
they
it.
wanted to know,
and they wanted people to know about it. It's disrespectful, right?
Yes.
I'm not sure his relationship with the owners and the CEOs is obviously not good.
It's awful.
It's awful, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would never do this. So my connection with the Bulldogs, right, is strong because of Gus, Aaron Warburton. I'm mates with all those guys. But imagine in 5 to 6 years where they're all gone and a new regime comes.
Could be different.
It could be totally different, right? All the old fellas might be all gone. We might be in our 50s and stuff like that. You don't really have a connection with the club. You lose connection. Where Gordy's lost connection years ago.
Well,
the only connection that he got back was when Kevy went back.
Yes.
So before all that and all that sort of stuff, when he had all these coaches after he retired, he had no connection. After Wayne left, all that sort of stuff, that's when it really fucked it. Right? When Wayne left, they didn't leave on good terms.
No.
So there was fucking not a good connection when he went to the Broncos. When he went to St George, he might have come back in, but he has no connection now. So you're like, he can do what he wants. He can buy the Titans. He can do Triple M. He can do Fox. He can do this. He's still mates with Kevy. There's no real connection to the Broncos club. The only connection is the coaches and a couple of his mates that are there. And he goes he's loyal to a T. And that's where they fuck Kevy over. He's just riding that fucking horse till it jumps over a cliff. He don't care.
Yep.
And this is very petty from the owners. They should understand the history of that club. And if they do understand it, they're just disrespecting it. Because those guys like that built that club.
Is he on that mural outside of Suncorp? You know that
he
one?
wouldn't be. Gordy wouldn't be.
What,
I
from
don't think
Queensland and stuff like that?
I think it's the King.
Oh, no, you know mural or just the statues?
The mural, not the statues.
Yeah, be on the mural somewhere.
Yeah.
The statues are like the fucking
I think the general fan
Wally
sentiment
Lewis and all those blokes.
is like, at what point is it too far? Like, that's sort of, if you're trying to summarize the comments nicely.
Now.
Is it? Yeah.
What they just did then when you sent it, I'm like, ugh.
No, from Gordy's side of things.
At what point do you just be like,
Fuck it.
yeah.
Yeah, mate. I don't know. Like because they keep on giving him ammo to do shit, right? Like, and they keep asking, he keeps answering the questions. When Gordy goes, I don't want to fucking answer any more Broncos questions, is when none of this shit will come out. But when they get him and they ask him stuff and he gets passionate, right? So they get him when he's on Triple M or 360 and they just, they know the balls what to give him. And it's like when they feed him the Broncos info about the new generation, Adam Reynolds doing this, and this, you talk to people like in the green room, go, "Good, did you hear about this?" Or "Willie, did you hear about that?" How fired up do I get? Fuck this, and you carry that energy straight onto 360, right? And you're going up against a fucking journo who's smart and articulating and can really fucking drive at India, and he's just one. I want to punch your fucking head in.
Yeah, that's a part of it.
That's a part of it where Gordy comes sat up there and fucking hits you with some knowledge, which he's a smart man. But he gets too passionate. We get passionate and we just want to, that's in us. We're calculated Bedell and a couple other journos that he's went at. They're journos, mate. There's no violence in them at all. They're smart. They're articulate. They can fucking beat you with their words. Gordy ain't going to jump out of the chair and fucking choke hold, put him in a fucking choke slam. He wants to. He'd love to. He'd love to. Leave the eyes. But you can't. So Gordy if he's going to talk about Broncos and that, just needs to fucking pull it back a little bit. But in saying that,
he's not.
I don't think Gordy gives a fuck. Because he don't give a shit about comments. He don't give a fuck about the new generation or anything like that. He cares about his family and his life right now, which is great. He's always present. He don't give a fuck.
To that point, they just want a premiership. He should be not silenced in that sense, but they've done. Yeah. They've reached the goal of the new coach.
Yeah.
And you can be salty about Kevy not being there, but
it's not. It's indirectly. All this stuff is indirectly fight at the club and because of Kevy, right? With the Adam Reynolds thing. Why is he going down to Sydney? All this sort of shit. He'll always allude to the leadership, right? Madge letting it happen, this and that, and he gets information and he just says it. And it's not good because people are just like, get over it.
Yeah, they're over it.
But he's not, clearly. And you can fucking keep fighting the fight, Gordy. I'm with you. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't sit here and bag Gordon Tallis not one fucking day in my life because I love him. He's a fucking legend.
Yeah, and it's the...
But that's my generation, right? Because I'm 45, he's like 50-something, right? So you looked at...
I wouldn't even say that's your generation. That's your relationship with Gordy.
Yeah.
And that's a part of where Gordy's at now.
Yeah, that's
so Gordy's dying on the hill for Kevin.
So I can understand where Gordy's coming from, right? So just say one of my mates is coach happened to fucking Ogre or something like that, or like, you know, a really close friend, and that club fucked him over like that, that's the energy you get from me. Non-stop.
Yeah.
Non-stop, probably worse. Fucking worse.
Definitely worse.
100% worse, because I got a fucking podcast and it's just like, it's a free-for-all where he's up there with a fucking, so just imagine if he had his way with Bedell and he could actually like articulate himself and argue with him about the year that he had off and hammered him with that, and then hammered him with all the other stuff, and he could swear, and it was a proper like a podcast like this. A different level of love for Gordy. But it's because that you're fucking Brace looking at the screen, you get people in your ear going, fucking wrap it up. You got 1 minute and everyone's under the pump when you're on 360. You can't sit here like this and fucking chop it up
That's
and
a,
go.
That's a good point. I want to quickly add to that, Mace. The part and is not immature is not the word. With us, with podcasting compared to
Way better
mainstream
for me.
Mainstream, whether it's you doing 7, NRL 360, or even radio, you first, just because of the way we communicate in the locker room, often we swear, like it's a part of our vocab.
I'm in the locker room now.
That's natural. Like I've had really, really good conversations with Gordy in the
Having a couple of beers or something like that.
games, crossing paths, mate.
Yeah, he's one of us.
So even with you know, like the radio can drop the shot. Like watch him on podcast, mate. Like the way he gets his point across is a lot clearer, because similar to what we're, you know, and I'm putting us in that category as well. It's much more natural to emphasize something with a swear word. Now he can't do that. So sometimes you can see him overthinking things and getting, all right, how do I articulate this without telling this guy to get fucked, you know, which can be a connecting phrase that you use whilst you figure out what you where you're
and if you're passionate like the way I talk sometimes, it's like if I'm talking to you and you can let out a few F-bombs here and there and just lets it out a little bit. It just relaxes the room. And if you had a Gordy will come on a podcast when we start doing interviews. He will do that. And then you'll see a whole different side of that, man. Totally different side. I mean, Gordy just sit there, just say before Origin, thinks, I'm like a big kid, mate. This exactly, look, we're all the same. But in a different setting where it's, you know, you're in a suit, you're sitting up high, and it's all that sort of stuff. It's like, you know, you're talking with, you know, Pete Patel, Braves here, there's screens, there's cameras, there's fucking people going, it's giving you time limits, you know what you got to talk about. Wrong setting for an argument. It's the worst setting. Right, this is a good argument place. Podcasts are good places to just chill out, get your point across, because I'll listen to you, I'll listen to me. It just goes around and round. Where there, it's on the 30 seconds. You've got 30 seconds. Brace looking at the screen. You're there. Imagine me looking at the screen going, and you're still fucking arguing. Anyway.
Braith was enjoying it.
Braith, yeah. And Braith probably doesn't want to wrap it up. But they're going, Braith, 1 minute. He's like, okay, guys, you know.
I don't think even a producer was saying wrap it up last week.
No. But you can't talk for 10 minutes on me.
Yeah.
Like you give it two or three. Okay, 1 minute. And you get your shit across.
Do you reckon Bedell gets on tonight? Or he comes back for that Wednesday slot?
He should. But I spoke to Pete last week. He loves he's just never had a chance to really come down. Always had Buzz and all those sort of blokes there. And Pete's doing his own thing with the boxing world. He's building his own little pathway there. He's good, Jono. And I don't think even Gordy hates him.
No.
Not that much. Probably now.
No.
I think now he'd jump up in the books.
No, I think he'd respect him for sort of coming at him with something, though, not just being nothing. No?
Yeah.
No.
No.
He don't respect him for coming in with that stuff.
So,
He's Gordy's doesn't, like, I wouldn't say respect.
I reckon Pete would take Gordy, I reckon. Get in a charity fight.
Just quickly on this, I don't think Gordy, it's not a respect thing. Gordy understands that it's the business.
Yeah.
So, like, he accepts it. He accepts the reality of what Pete Bedell is, what the other, like, even some people that he works with, like, he accepts who Shamus is, and they do stuff with Triple M. Respect ain't the word. And not to say that I don't disrespect the journos. I'm just saying, like, I've got a good idea of the person that Gordy is. So, it's getting people super emotional.
But has there been any former players of that ilk or the Willie Masons of the world that have come out and gone I know you kind of said it before, but just pull back a bit because it's not a good look?
Well, you just don't want people just constantly talking about this. Like, we led our show with this. You know, Matty Johns led his show with this. But it's the pettiness from the Bronx doing this.
Yeah.
This is why this conversation is even happening. And a person like Matty Johns, this is the respect that the OGs have for Gordy, is why people are coming out and sticking up for the pettiness and stuff like that. It's enough's enough.
I just want to confirm this. It's the level of Bryce, right? Bryce Petty.
Yeah.
Like, the Proud Dads, good Petty. I like that Petty.
I like that.
Removing the club legend's name from something that
Didn't have to do it.
was
You
unnecessary.
didn't have to do it.
And
That's the
throwing
thing.
Alan Brigginshaw, that part in it, like, I didn't like as well.
Whatever they
because-
just did then is uncalled
It's
for.
unfair to Ali,
It's
in my
stupid.
opinion.
It's just stupid. I said it before. It's just dumb. Why would you do that? Just to make a little bit of a stance, like against Gordy? I'll take the fucking media room off him or something.
What about like Payne Haas's Instagram story?
What do you do?
Oh, yeah, he had good Petty.
Good Petty. Is
Yeah,
that
what-
good
what
Petty?
did he say
I
again?
put it in the
Something
group
about
chat.
Gordy?
Hang on, where's my phone?
He had good
I'm
Petty.
off the gram.
Are you ever on the gram?
Nah. No, I get on. I just collab with you lads, and I just have a little bit of a stalk, and then.
But you say you say it every fortnight.
But I just fucking bombard it.
I'm off the gram.
Chill Gordy. Chill Gordy. He said.
Chill, Gordy. There we go.
That's all love.
Chill,
bud.
chill,
That's
chill.
all love.
It's good Petty. I don't know if it's love. Chill. Because that's the thing. That's the new Jerome Law's big on the chill. Like when people talk.
Yeah, but that's respectful, you know. Like it's not like. You
I
don't
reckon
reckon?
I reckon it's good
I
Petty.
don't think Payne Haas should have a crack at him, mate. None of them.
No, I would say 100% Payne Haas, Hakeem. I'm not. I don't want to throw anything.
No, sorry, we're not calling him Hakeem Haas. Why
So
are we
Hakeem
calling
Haas.
Hakeem Haas. Why aren't we?
So Hakeem Haas said this himself. That is his Muslim name.
Yeah,
That's
I
what his
figured
Muslim
that.
brothers call him.
Yeah.
His dad still calls him Payne.
Okay.
And he is fine with anyone who wants to call him Payne. So it's one or the other. It's he's
don't know what I
he's
like.
chill about it.
Hakeem's
He's
good.
chill about it, isn't he?
Final question for me.
Yep.
Is it anyone in the senior playing group at the Broncos? Obviously, that is led by probably like Adam Reynolds.
Yeah.
But is there any way that you can just go, like, have a coffee, like, or like
No,
anything?
I think they're removed from
Is
it.
Gordy,
the playing
is,
group.
like, is he like with the playing group, or is it just like the coaching staff in the club?
Well, I think-
I don't think he bags. Does he have it at the playing group other than like Reynolds' thing trip down to here?
Not
He doesn't
really,
really
no.
come at anyone. Like he's
No.
probably proud Bronco there. He'd probably rather Kev fucking
But my point was
coach
like,
it.
holding the club accountable for it. Going out of that room's a bit
Fuck
stupid.
no, they wouldn't care.
Doesn't matter?
Nah, you know, like you're just when you're locked in those four walls, all you're caring about is who you're playing this week and who can win.
Benny Hunt, I saw a quote around this. I need to see the interview properly, but I seen a quote around from Benny Hunt saying, like, it is what it is.
Yeah, they
it's
can't.
just they understand who Gordy
Uncontrollables.
is. It's like a little bit like, again, trying to get the correct words when you're speaking on someone else's behalf. Like, again, a necessary evil in a way. Like Gordy's.
Yeah, it's
I think they understand that Gordy, for the most part, is furious at the regime, which filters down to Madge, and then at times filters down to the playing group. But he said they don't really take him that serious. Like it's not, and similar. Like I said, it's a similar to the way that Gordy views the journos, media.
Yeah.
Like it's understands what their roles are in the game, and I reckon the players view Gordy in the same light. I'll tell you what, mates, this would have been perfect for the Gordy segment, to be fair. But this episode
Gordy's
is
rocking mongrel. Bills.
oh yeah, 100%. He's got the new K9s out there out at the moment. Proper dog. This episode is brought to you by Mongrel Boots. Welcome back for year 3. And mates, they are Australian made, aren't they?
Proudly Australian made and owned since 1930, Mongrel Boots is a family-owned business backed by 5 generations of experience, specialising in boots made for the Aussie worker.
So they've got a new collection out, the K9 range as well. They are designed for work, where safety ratings are necessary. So they're more of a stylish fit. The K9 range offers several designs, clean cuts, premium leather, comfortable rubber soles, bringing back the old school elastic cider. Now you can have a pair of mongrels for any occasion in a bunch of colours. Now, I wanted to bring in mongrels also with this comment that we got from Zane McMillan. And this one refers to the top of the ladder. Day one listener gets me through the weeks. Thanks, lads. I know it's early doors, but what do the top 3 teams have in common? Must be something in the water at Panthers headquarters. The Panthers, Bulldogs, and Wars are currently leading the competition. Mace, what do they have in common?
Coaches from the same tree. That's all. Defensively outstanding. Yeah, that's it. That's it, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah. Here is what the Panthers, and I just want to, and this is where I'm putting it in here with mongrel boots too. So the Panthers currently after 3 games, 10 points
I don't know what
against.
this was. Yeah.
10 points against. That's 3.3, not even a try, not even a 4-pointer.
That's fucking crazy.
Remove the conversion because you got to score against the Panthers first to get a conversion. So teams aren't doing that. 3.333333333 against. The Bulldogs are on 24 points against. Little asterisk, only 2 games.
Yeah.
So that's their against.
Yep.
That is still a really good start to the season.
Yep.
That is 12 points against per game, which is exactly similar to the Wars, who have had 36 points against in 3 games.
Outstanding.
So for those people that aren't aware, when you're going through systems, and the game's slightly changed now, so something that when me and Mace played together, a standard that we try to keep Manly to, that was quite common around the league, was if you can keep the opposition to less than 2 tries converted, which is the 12 to 14 range, you win the games.
Yeah.
And that's what all 3 of these teams have done to
What if
start the
those
season.
goalposts have moved?
Yeah, I reckon it would be
18? I think, 18. I think
16 to 18 for the bad
I think
teams.
so. Yeah.
Panthers are going the other way.
Panthers are like, just score 1. I'll let you in the game.
Yeah.
You're looking where to get a pair of mongrels? Head to mongrelboots.com.au to find your favourite boot and local retailer.
Mongrel boots are Aussie born and bred since 1930. Remember, let us know in the comments how good mongrel boots have been working for you for a chance to win a pair monthly. Let us know in the comments following this episode and leave Gordy out of it. And
We're sending him a pair next week.
Yeah, let's get Gordy
360.
Let's get him in some mongrel. All right. Got a question here around patterns. I like this one too. This one comes from One Fat Eel, and he's one happy eel after yesterday as well. Hey lads, L1 since day 2, sorry. Not sure if you will find this, we did, as interesting as I do, but out of a possible 24 games, there has been 13 where a try is scored in the last minute or 2 of the first half. This seems like a pattern. Would you put this down to coincidence or something else like fatigue? Keep up the great work. Love the pod.
That's the thing now. Day 1 from...
L2.
L1 from day
day
2
2.
when I was at the races on the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Heap.
How was that too,
Yeah,
races?
it was pretty fun.
You wanna know-
IPE, Matty Hill's his little event that he does is fucking outstanding. Yeah, I got a couple of wins.
Did you get did Matt Damon any chance? Did you?
No, he was next to us, upstairs and next to us. Yeah, because you guys have been in that one before. Well, IPE, right? So remember a couple of years ago?
Last year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
he was upstairs. So Glenn Boss, I was next to Bossy, and he's like, he was with him upstairs.
Nice.
I don't know how I'd do that because all I just think about is Matt Damon.
Team America.
Fucking Team America. America. What a legend, but.
We were discussing Team America quotes the other day for radio. So
the fucking
good.
best movie,
Could go
mate.
forever.
Yeah.
Race is
good day,
good.
man.
Get a couple of winners.
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
What about Bossy? He tipped us the Golden Slipper winner,
What did that pay?
$12. I think.
Nice.
He goes, and I didn't take it
Oh,
because so me and James Bracey were in the middle. He goes, you got any tips, Bossy? He's not massive on tips, Bossy. It's like asking me for a tip. Who's going to win? Fucking whatever's in my head and heart. And he's like, guest house. We're like, whatever. What do you know? End up winning. So we loaded up on this other horse.
Bracey's a bit of a punter, isn't
Brace
he?
loves a punt.
Yeah.
So I took a bit of money because I don't have a punt. I went a couple of horses and I ended up coming. End up winning a bit.
Nice.
It was good.
Nice. The final minutes of halves. And
I think it's a fatigue thing, and it's
For sure.
whether I think it's a coincidence really, and it's whether the other team has made a mistake crucially, or a penalty or something like that, and it's just been unlucky that they're down in their end. But it's been sucking a couple of times. Who did that? Was it against the Warriors game like that? With Knights? I think it's happened a fair bit.
I reckon you could.
I'm not sure about the pattern. I don't think there's a pattern there. I think it comes down to fatigue, coincidence, and just like match field position.
Yeah, I think there might be a pattern
Yeah?
race. Yeah, I think there might be. And the reason I say that is because I bring up the Warriors games.
Yeah.
I've said this
Fucking good
now,
at that, but-
like calling the first 2 games, if you'd asked me what the scoreline was, I would have said, Warriors would have scored, around the mid-20s to early 30s, but they've had 40. They scored 40 in their first 2 games. It's because they did their best work late. They controlled the footy. They had a high completion rate. They applied pressure. And even with the example right at the end, shout out to my man Lukey Hansen on debut, gets a try right at the death on the buzzer. I feel like without even looking at the stats on this, I had it in there. I could have looked at it. I would say that the Warriors in the last 10 minutes of the games
They're known for this as well.
almost averaging 2 tries in the last 10 minutes of every game.
Yeah.
Have to be, yeah, because there've been some real late tries where they've gone on, kicked on. Because I'm more, because I remember it was the Roosters game where the Roosters were actually in range by like 8 points or whatever, and then they ended up getting blown out, and the Warriors scored 40. So they're an example. We've seen that in other games. I think the Dolphins have piled on some points late. So yeah, there's definitely a trend I feel like that's setting, and it's but your analysis on that is correct. I think it's fatigue. Yeah. I think it's the 6 agains.
And it's a build up of fatigue as well. Yeah. Because I didn't watch these games live, the Knights game and the Sharks game.
Yep, because you're at the races.
Yeah, so I watched them. I watched 5 games yesterday.
Yeah,
proper Super Saturday, Sunday, and I was watching it, and I was like, how when you said last week, how did it come to 38 points? You watched the Dolphins game. It was heaving, and then boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Done. Like it. Sharks are in that the whole time. It's the fatigue thing, and when you fucking finally get broken, she's all over.
Got a really pivotal moment, actually. We'll get to that a little bit later on for the Dolphins and Sharks, but that's a nice little reminder. Hey, here's I don't know whether to keep this in or not, but I don't want to know if this is a porky. This one comes from Lanham. Hey, lads, love listening to you guys chat footy. Story for Big Mace, if he remembers. I have a workmate who told me when the Dogs came to Auckland to play the Warriors, you guys were walking out of the tunnels, and my mate said to Mace, my son is a big fan. You grabbed his son and put him on your shoulders and ran onto the field. Would be cool if there was footage of it.
For the warm-up?
Don't know. Do you remember doing anything like that?
I remember doing that.
Do you?
Yeah.
You ran someone out onto the field on your shoulders?
For the you couldn't do the game. No, it would have been for the warm-up or something.
Gotcha. I thought he was running out of the tunnel. Yeah.
Introduce him to for a few of the lads. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
All right,
like 2002, 3,
I thought his mate was telling a porky.
Nah.
And I was going to go, hey, bro.
Or he might be, and now he's been validated.
No.
No, it's not. No, because good kids, that's a fucking warm-up. It's a big deal.
I would say that version of stuff would be common for you because I've been around Mace. The way he is with kids when they turn up to training sessions. The part that I was like, there's no way Mace ran him out on the tunnel. And then, by the way, there would be footage of that too. So
no.
That's
exactly.
the part where
half time, you just like, this is before, because I understand the cameras and shit weren't there until about 2003 or 4 when they started filming half times.
Yeah.
I mean, the warm ups and that, they weren't allowed.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the era I come in, 2001, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, easily.
The number 2 field behind.
Yeah. Or like even we used to warm up on the field, on the main field.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. And he just would have been standing there. I just would have grabbed him,
Yeah,
it's awesome for the young kids.
That's awesome. Here's a wholesome reply from Louis B before we get into breaking down the games. Hey, lads, long time comment, but bear with me. Can't claim to be an L1 from day one, but I have been hot on the potty ever since the start of the season when I decided to give NRL a try. I've played and watched Union all my life and only kept an eye on the Super League. Being from near Liverpool, St Helens is my team, but I started on the NRL as a way of watching some sport on the weekend before the wife and little man wake up, and what a first season I've had. Needing a team to follow, I went with the Broncos only because I knew the brand and have some friends that live out in Brisbane. But would you believe it? In my first year, they win the comp in 10 years. I also now understand I'm getting to watch generational players in Haas and Walsh. Naturally, then, because I picked the Broncos, I adopted Queensland as my state of origin, and last year got to witness an epic origin series, which highlighted what Queensland are all about. Backs against the wall, togetherness, mentality. At the end of my first season, I got the first Ashes tour for 20 years, which was also allowed me to go to my first ever rugby league game, which was the Evidence New Stadium in Liverpool. Going into season 2, I've already witnessed history with Alex Johnston beating the 50-year try-scoring record. And at the end of this year, with the change in eligibility rules, I've got arguably the most open World Cup in history to look forward to. Levels has helped me understand the game, appreciate the history, and enjoy the drama. So thanks, boys. I've also started actively following the Super League. And the best part is my 4-year-old now comes down and he wakes up and watches the NRL with me and is beginning to show interest in playing. So thank you, lads.
Fuck yeah. Thanks, mate.
Thank you, Louis B.
Yeah.
You would be in contention for the golf day at the end of the year with that comment, but we are not paying for you to come all the way.
Send you some levels hoodies. Something like that.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
We got
some stuff coming.
Yeah. Louis B, you got some merch coming out, mate. Really nice message and really appreciate it. Let's go all the way back to Thursday. The Bulldogs 14 defeat the Raiders 10. I love this comment from Gary McGregor. This will be in contention for the golf day. Hi, fellas, massive fan and first time commenting because I seen this too live and I loved it. Not sure if you saw this, but during the Raiders Bulldogs game, I think around the 15 to 20 minute mark, the Dogs throw some shape down the short side. Galvin gets knocked on his backside and Hudson Young gives him a huge
I see
spray.
everything, mate.
A few minutes later, the Raiders are attacking down the other end. Hudson Young drops the ball. Preston smokes him. You can see then Galvin tries to get into it with Huddy, but Preston waves him away, telling him to leave it. It was a great moment for Galvin watching his back row go in to fight for him, while also entertaining watch him wave away Galvin when it comes to it, saying, that ain't your job. That's my job.
I fucking love that. I saw that.
It from Preston. I love I loved everything about that comment because that's exactly what I thought.
And you saw Presto, him and Huddy Young were on a Kangaroo tour. That's what I fucking love more. The guys that have been on tour and shit, they're having cracks at each other. It's not just this one. I can't fucking remember what's happening.
Critter. Huddy and Critter went at
But
each other
not
too.
just this game, there was other guys that have been on tour. So when you're on tour and shit, you become...
Liam Martin and Crichton.
Yeah.
I know they're not on tour, but they're Origin teammates.
It's happened heaps, and I fucking love to see it because I thought that was lost when the social media thing sort of come in and everyone's sort of buddies and shit. Nah, they're like, fuck off. I don't care. I love that. This new generation's got it, mate.
It's the battle of the back rows, mate, because we'll get to this in a
Fucking
bit.
class back row. I love that when Galvin was there and then like Huddy Young pumped him and but then they got the penalty or some shit like that and then it also reversed and then who got the last little laugh? Presto. Guess who was near
I
that?
loved it.
Huddy Young was at marker and didn't, because he was working his ass off for that last try and he couldn't hold his left edge. Presto, bus under the post. Presto on points, but Huddy Young had a fucking amazing game. I think he's the best left side back row in the comp.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yep.
I think he takes, we'll get the origin
Angus,
in that. I think Angus, because Angus is leaving as well. So you want that new generation. And Huddy Young is that left side back row. Isn't he like a...
Sorry, it's not Gary too. It's Gray McGregor.
Isn't he like a Chocky Watmow 2.0? Fucking Huddy Young.
He is.
He is, mate. He just runs everywhere. There's no rule side for him. The left arm carry, the fucking barrel chest.
Comp.
It's Chocky Watmow 2.0. Undersized, but a fucking animal.
Yep.
Chocky's one of the best back rowers to play the game, mate. Best middle forwards. No fuck with Chocky Watmow. He was one of the greats. And he looks like he's following suit.
Yeah. The part... Lockie looks like he's put on a couple of kilos this year, hasn't he? Like, I don't know if...
People think he's 6'3" or 4.
He's
a big
body.
lad, mate.
But he's grown into... He's got 3 pre-seasons now and you can see that.
Yeah. You lose that little boy body and then fucking he'll start muscling up. But it's his genetics as well. He's just not a... otherwise you'd be playing in the back row if you put on that much muscle. He's 6'3" or 4 with that skill set. Quick, fast. But like he's got so much talent. Sort of finding his way, isn't he? Slyly,
yeah.
Because then that makes our little man number 6, Birdo, fucking sharpen his axe because he's having a crack.
Yep.
That kicking game of his, I swear to God, if we didn't, like everyone's just like, oh, Galvin's on the outer. No, he's fucking, Birdo's on the outer. No, he's fucking not. We just want the best out of Birdo. Like this game here, perfect weather for him. Fucking, if we didn't have him, it would have been a fucking lot closer. Maybe the Raiders win. He kicked us out of trouble every fucking time, mate. 50-metre kick.
There have been question marks around 2 players, whether it be media, fan base, or whatever for the Bulldogs in the last couple of years. It is Matt Burton. There's always, until he probably gets re-signed, there will always be questions around it. But his kicking game in the wet is priceless. There's no one that kicks their team out of trouble more than Matt Burton does. Like even with Nath, like as good as Nath is
it ain't a
clinically, the distance that he can get you guys out of trouble with his yardage kicks is just he's the biggest bird in the game.
It's the hang time.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have a look at punters in the NFL where they look at 4 to 5 seconds in hang time. He's getting that with a football.
I'll tell
with
you,
a rugby league ball. So that's 50 metres of running.
Yeah. Dewey?
Yeah, Dewey's all right.
Dewey, when he put that one up to Graham Tuffer.
Nice. But then I look at those blokes and go, yeah, Dewey's got a mad foot. So does Cleary. And I'm like, Birdo's just way better. It's smoother, it's cleaner, it's more direct, it's higher, and it's longer. It's just fucking, he's the only one with it.
Birdo has got a more, you're right, it's smoother, it's a more consistent and regular long kick. Dewey can...
He got a good talk.
Dewey's torpy bomb feels like it goes higher at times, but it feels like Dewey has to monster it.
Yeah.
When Matty Burton kicks, it's effortless.
Yeah.
You know
the
what I
end
mean?
over end is as high as Dewey's bomb.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what
That's
I'm
the
talking about. I
difference.
was like, God, it's so.
He's just a level above.
Yeah, he is. And they're great kickers. They're great kickers. No disrespect to those guys. That's what I'm saying, how great Birdo's boot is.
Yeah.
He's a little bit better than those guys. So our defense was outstanding, I thought. They come at us, man.
Another wet weather specialist, Connor Tracy. Yeah, he's limited with regards to the sweeping plays and not being able to, throw the double, triple cutout. It's not required. Like there are examples across the league where he's big enough body. He returns like he's going to give you a minimum 150 most weeks. Sometimes gets a couple hundred. I think he got 230 or 40 in this game. 3 genuine try savers and
The last one.
and the game saver.
Yeah. Like we don't win the game if he doesn't play.
And he's done this before on the wet. Was it the Penrith game where he come up with multiple try scoring?
Yeah, that one when it was we're under the pump.
In the wet as well. Like
Wet weather.
I think the wet suits his game as well because then it makes it pretty simple. Return the ball. You're not trying to
Take
shift
the meters,
it.
mate.
Take the meters. You're not
get
trying
the
to shift.
Yeah. Our back five is pretty good, right? When everything's rolling, you get it, Connor, bang, he's going to pump it. If he sees numbers or something, he's going to pass. He's got a good pass on him. Carraz is like that as well. Montoya, you just take the meters, mate. Fucking run, get over that ad line so the boys can go back on the third or fourth, get a couple of plays in, then kick. That's the high level grinds that people are doing.
Yeah.
And you just got to get amongst it, right?
Well, speaking of the high level grinds, I think the Dogs are back to their best from last year. Now, my question marks for your Dogs going into the year, Mace, were could they get back to that style?
Yeah.
It almost changed a little bit when they got Lockie Galvin. It's last year where they felt like he was the final piece, and then they sort of try to change their style because the expectations that were on Lockie.
Yeah.
Now that Lockie's done a full preseason of it
Settled
and realised and settled down that he doesn't have to come up with these spectacular plays, he's a better. Are you all right?
So you're laughing? You choking or laughing? I thought you said, did you say joke then? Is Lockie Galvin a joke to you?
Yeah. This could be an upgraded version on where last year's team was without the distractions. So
Maybe.
kick to corners, play conservative,
Genuine threat.
win with defence, and like this is the part that I never got part of. This never made sense with the Bronze and Cherry, and I imagine there's more to this. Playing on the right is not a fucking detriment at all. In fact, like Lockie
Probably rather
Galvin,
play on the right.
he wants the lion's share of the ball. That's why the Sherry stuff to me feels like there's more to it.
So I look at that and go, okay, Chuala, he's all right, but like Cherry's our guy.
Sherry is.
Cherry just needs to fucking get his shit together in Reggie's and just get back up and claim that spot and own it, right? And own the right side. Because you got Presto and
Preston.
you got Galvin.
Preston's the key.
Yeah, and you got like you
As
got
good as Kiko is, I want to be playing outside of Preston.
Presto's the guy. I think he'll play right side back row this year, either start or come off the bench for New South Wales.
Yeah.
That's how good he's going.
Yeah.
Right? He's a genuine threat. Galvin's still finding his like moments in the games, but he's always about. He's fit as hell. He's always on ball. If the left side ain't going, Galvin's going. And he's coming over the other side, right?
Well, even Crichton had to come over the other side.
Well, Critter, that was a great play. It wasn't a little hang play.
That was nice.
It was a beautiful play.
Yeah. The Warriors used it as well in a different way for the Aaron Clark try.
Surely the comms are, I mean, like, just say if I was defending against that and you're left four or the middles, you got to see Critter coming from the other side and just start name dropping him. He ain't coming over for a decoy.
Yeah. It was a good job.
And it was just a little bit of the guy coming out the back ran that way, took a little bit. Was it from Chris or was it Huddy Young? Fuck.
Sanders, it was in between Sanders, Chris, and the Hudson Young areas. But you're right, like the communication with identifying that's Sanders has got so much on his plate right now.
Yeah, he should see that big fucking Black Panther at the back.
And he didn't see Critter coming over.
Yeah. He looks good, Critter, eh?
Critter's fucking
I could just see him like from a mile away. Like some other people can sneak into the line.
Yeah.
Connor Tracy, you wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
But I see that big 6'4" fucking Critter's coming.
Yep.
Critter's coming. Oi,
I was wondering what the description was going to be.
If I'm on the wing going, the left wing, Critter's coming.
Yeah.
Fucking move.
Yeah.
Move over one. Don't just stand there.
What about when Huddy got the bumpers into him and dropped him?
Yeah, he loved it. Yeah. It was solid. It was solid because Critter was there. He was set.
Yeah.
That's what I love. I love Huddy Young's got that dog in him. He was there. He just went fucking crazy. Full body was off, mate.
He was on the ground going, what the fuck just happened?
When the slow-mo was like, he's like, fucking arsehole. Got me good.
Yeah.
It's those ones where like Huddy, he's got that. He wasn't in full steam. Just come in and just sets his legs and then bang. Yeah, I like that.
Huddy Young was awesome in this game too. I thought
outstanding, mate.
he was a real standout, especially in the first few minutes of the exchanges.
Does he ever play his hand sometimes with the Raiders? Or do you want him doing that?
Yeah.
There's the kicks and he's fucking offloading all the time. So when you get the lion's share of the ball, he's touching the ball 25 times a game.
Yeah.
He's got like 5 pre-lines in him. He's got a couple of kicks. He's got some offloads. Therefore, you just...
Do you know what?
I don't know. I love it, but sometimes it's a detriment to the Raiders and then their discipline. Right? There's this compound. Like they're so aggressive. I fucking love that hit on Sam Hughes.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, you're just getting him out of yardage straight away.
Yeah, 10 in the bin.
Yeah, and 10 in the bin. So you fuck your whole middles up for that. And I'm like, I'm all, you know what, I'm old school. I'm all for that, but it's got to be legit now. You cannot touch the fucking head. They're old school as hell and they're physical. And I love the way they play the Raiders. But this is why they're losing games. Because they fuck themselves with the penalty count. And it's a compound where we go back to the other comment, fatigue.
Yeah.
I know they're fit, but you get to a level of like, come on, penalty. And then it starts playing with your fucking head, the back ends of the halves. Like, do I have the gas to even attack that hard? You know, because you've been defending your ass off. Because in the middles are the ones that pull the teams apart with these block plays and everything like that. And your back rolls and your back fives are all right. Your middles can't pull the trigger.
Their back three is awesome.
Yeah, but your back five, your middles can't pull the trigger because they just want to hit the ball up. One out, and it's like not getting it wide and hitting it fucking the 3-man for the block, genuine shape like Penrith have, where they have those blocks. Cleary's around, they have a genuine shot at you. It's not genuine the last.
No, they're super unorthodox.
Yeah.
The Raiders want to run through you first.
Yeah.
I guess that's a positive. They want to run through you and they want to get second phase off offloads. You know what Hudson Young sort of reminds me of in a way is a different version of Glenn Stewart.
Yeah.
And what I mean by
he's
that
a
is...
Gifty and Chalk 2.0.
Yeah, but like stylistically, he's like Chalk. But the way he demands the ball and needs the ball is similar to Gifty.
Yes.
And that's where...
Glenn Stewart, people.
Glenn Stewart. And that's why it was awesome for Daly early on in his career. And it's going to be benefit Sanders. But it got to a point where once Cherry established himself, it's finding that right balance because Gifty had been so ball dominant for a really successful period for Manly. And that's where I think finding that balance between Sanders will help him early on and help him pick his moments because he almost had his moments.
He got it. Yeah, fuck, he's close.
He was very close, but also having the ability to go, all right, Huddy, just run me a genuine lead line, which isn't natural to him, which was never natural to Glenn. But
They got it in their bag, but...
And then you look on the other side, and if you compare them to sort of the Daly Cherry Evans and Glenn Stewart combination. On the other side, you've got a guy like Ethan Strange who's got similarities to Kieran, right? He wants to take the, run,
They got a good
dig
thing
into the
there,
line.
mate. They find their happy medium there.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a fucking top 4, top 6 team easily. But you can't. I mean, Raiders are the sort of team I'm not going to ever doubt because they're coached by Ricky Stewart and they've got these dogs in them. Right, but they just need to find these fucking happy balance, man, because the fatigue factor and all that sort of shit. You don't want to bang your boys up so much. It's but I love the way they play. They're really old school, but it's like you got to have a real fine line today. No, there's no touching their head at all. Have a look. We'll go through the refs bullshit on the weekend. You can't touch anyone.
Sharks up next. Good game. Far out.
For Raiders. There's no easy run for anyone. We go through every team from now on, which is like the Broncos, look at the run they've had.
Another good comment with regards to the Panthers versus Roosters game. This one comes from Jay Pethy. I'm sure this happens more than the cameras show us, but after full time, Casey McLean had Jenkins and Talangi in a huddle speaking with some proper authority.
Jeez.
Walsh had 2 runs for 6 metres in the first half against the Broncos week 1. Hines and Nikita combined for 79 tackles against the Sharks. Sam Walker noticeably throwing tantrums in the game. The way they neutralise opposition stars makes the other teams consider giving up. Is the Mike Tyson effect back?
6 metres in the first half for Walshy?
They're doing a good job. So we've talked about this version of it before. It's called head on a plate. Cut the head of the snake, and then the rest of the snake will fall away. There are definitely examples of that you could bring up with the three that you've just brought up. But yeah, the Penrith Panthers are neutralising the opposition's best players, and they're doing it as a collective. Casey McLean, Jenkins, and Blaise Lange. I didn't see this part of it because I was walking down because I called the game. I was walking down to give our man the milk, his temper player of the match too.
Yeah. What about him?
Finally had a chance to chat to the milk too, by the way. Side story. Went down, congratulated him, loved the story. He loves the potty.
Yeah.
He goes, I love you guys, all that sort of stuff. Thanks for all the love and all that. And I was like, mate, you
deserves it.
You deserve it. Such a good story. And it felt good to get down there and just,
sort of did last year.
props.
Remember when I saw him last year?
Yeah.
Milky Jenkins.
Yeah.
Scared the shit out of him after the warm-up.
Back to the part with Casey McLean. I watched these three guys when they're off ball. Casey, at 19 years old or 20 years old, is their leader.
Yeah.
He often gets them together. They get in each other's face. It almost looks like they're arguing to the untrained eye. It looks like they're arguing with each other. Casey is always revving them up. Milky loves it. Milky's all about it. Like, he sort of just jumps on top of what a Casey says. And then you've got the more subdued Blaise Lange who pops in every now and again. He's like, yeah. He just gives them these ones. They've got an exciting left edge. And I've been raving about them for a while now. I think they completely changed the narrative of their season last year.
100.
And deservedly so, Nathan, Isaiah and Dylan are getting all the props and all the recognition for the start of the season. But, man, that left edge, when they get their opportunities, they take them. Milky Jenkins, 8 tries.
The width that I see Penrith play at, like with their middles, like they've always got their middles rolling in threes, right? So it's great because you got to I call it ruck recognition, you know that? Like, just say if you roll in threes, just say if it's a quick play of the ball. If you're that first one, you can jam it behind the marker, right? And if it's not, you got your other guy who's the second guy can pull a little bit wider, and then Kenny throws you like a face ball, and then you're attacking straight at the 3 and 4 men.
Yep.
Then you got your other middle out there. So this might go to Yowie. You got your other middle out there. He's running that lead, and then you got Cleary sweeping from the short side to the long side or whatever he wants.
Normally it's Leota on the inside and Lindsay Smith on the outside.
We used to call it string shape, right? String shape. So you can just pull any other team out of shape with a ruck recognition, quick play the ball, jam behind the ruck. You want to go a little bit wider, you can get it fucking 3 men or whatever it is. Leota or Lindsay Smith, whoever's the left side sort of prop at that time, run that sort of line. They do that awesome. And another thing what they do, what I've been watching them defensively, right, with this 6 to go thing, the great teams always do something, right? So these fuckers are that good defensively. If they don't win the first tackle in contact, they give the penalty away. Because they're so smart, right? And because when they ding, 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 you can lay on that person for like 5 seconds and really give it away. They get their defensive line set and they do not miss that fucking next tackle. They win every single tackle from then, right?
So
and they just
let me chip in here because we didn't explain this properly, but you're about to do it. So we had that fan question after week 1, and he brought it up, right? And we talked about it.
Yeah.
People were like, well, why would giving away a penalty on play 1? What's the advantage of it?
So this is why, right? I've been watching them for a little bit, and I didn't really have a take on the defense in the 6 to go, and I figured it out. I said, these fuckers are doing it on purpose, right? Because they don't care because they back themselves. Look at them. Look what they look like compared to some other NRL teams. They're fucking animals. They're vets. They've got everything. They back themselves more than any other team, more than the Dogs, and more than there's Panthers, and then there's fucking the rest.
Yeah.
Right. When it comes to defense, they started that shit, and then so they'll give that first tackle away, lay on them for 5 seconds.
Only if they lose it.
Only if they lose a tackle.
Correct.
If they're like, fuck, this guy's coming through and he's gonna fucking generate power in this and generate a lot of fucking speed, and you lose that momentum, they get a good kick and you're fucking on the back foot. They'll on purpose lay in there and they give that penalty away, but the line's set. You get bashed for the next 3 or 4.
They win the next tackle.
They win the next one. They win the next one. They generally win the whole set because of that one tackle. Then you kick, then fucking what's his name's getting it on there and he's pumping it down you. Therefore, it takes the fucking gas out of your other team, your attack and everything like that. And defensively, they're fucked. Then Cleary comes along, who's playing with fucking house money easily, he's not getting attacked by anyone. This is like after the first 5 or 6 minutes when it's all settled down a little bit after 10 minutes. He's going triple drops and shit like that, squaring up because your middles are fucked.
He had
You
3
are
or 4 no-lookers on the
No
weekend.
looking, disrespectful human. I saw it and I went, oh, I love it because the fucking banana kick just for fun.
Yeah.
Like just going, and then I was like, oh God, he's fucking just killing everyone. I had a good talk with Joey about it as well. We're like, fuck, he's just, no one could touch him, but it's because of the fatigue factor, right? They just they smash you into submission defensively. They'll give that penalty away. Who cares? Especially when you're coming off your line, or if it's a set fucking play or anything like that. They don't care. If it's on their line, they don't care. Good luck. Try and score a try. Hence, 10 points in fucking 3 games.
Can I ask you a question around Joey? I was thinking this during the call.
Joey loves him.
I know Joey loves
Yeah.
him. I think he's achieved so much already, and he's got complete. I even looked at, like, me and Luke have talked about this with the way he's doing podcasts and the way he talks about the game and how assured of himself he is. The last little fucking cherry on top, the icing on the cake for Nath is he's doing shit with a bit of swag. Like he's like the no look stuff and carrying on a little bit is a little bit Joey-esque in the cheekiness of it.
I love it.
Whereas like he has been more of a Cooper Cronk.
Get out of that.
Not to say it fucking didn't
No, but
work.
like, he's not a Cooper Cronk because he's a genuine halfback. We've been through the halfbacks before, but Cronk's a serious dude.
It's a marriage. It's a marriage between the two. And I think maybe Nathan for a long time was how do I explain it? I mean, he was so successful doing it the Cooper Cronk way, and now I just think
He's halfway through his career.
he's established the runs on the board. He's just knows who he is as a person. You know, he's obviously the relationship stuff is just really good at the moment. He's just in full control, and now he's having it feels like he's having a bit of fun. It feels like he's starting to play a little bit of backyard footy, which for the fucking rest
It's
of the
scary as hell. It's scary as hell watching him. Sorry. I had a good talk. So with Joey, we were just talking about like how he's playing. It wasn't about defense or anything like that. It was just, he goes, yeah, the only thing he needs to do is just like obviously do this at the Origin. And I said, yeah, because I give Joey massive raps all the time. Him and JT sit here, then there's Cooper Cronk and all the rest there. He's sitting where Cooper Cronk's sitting Cleary at the moment, right? In the pantheon of fucking great players, halves, best player of all time. Still, he's 25. He's there already, right? He fucking dominates Origin, which he's going to play for the next 5 years. I said, Joey, he's going to play more Origin games than you. Joey didn't know that. He goes, because you don't really... And that's more saying at Joey, the impact that he's had in Origin, right? That's a fucking rap to him. Where if he fucking has about 2 or 3 series where it's like, fuck, Cleary just killed it, straight in that conversation. He belongs right there. It's Joey, JT, and fucking Cleary. Not in that order. Not in that order. And I'm saying best ever. If he does that. If he keeps playing like he does now, he'll get it Dally M. If he plays like this now, no injuries, God bless. He no injuries, and he does this, Dally M, couple of man of the matches in State of Origin. Fuck off, everyone. 4 premierships, does another one, runs it back. You got to be a realist. And with this generation right now, how quick it is and the fucking how professional it is, defensively, how orientated it is. You know, like you're trying to smash halfbacks. I know they're protected, but you still got to play. You're still getting hit. Yeah, so it was, what he's doing now, I'm like, God damn it. It's scary. Panthers is like...
This is his year for the Dally M.
It's just stay healthy, right, Nathan, and just keep doing what he's doing this whole year. Just say Panthers win.
I've seen enough.
He gets.
I've seen enough. They're going to run the table on.
Just so no injuries, no nothing.
Watching them live.
Panthers is the best fucking team in the comp.
Do you think they'll push for, because they need like a narrative? They want undefeated. You know how they always rest that game back into the year?
Actually, fuck no. They just win.
You know what I was thinking about?
Undefeated.
Yeah, like do the undefeated.
You know what I was thinking
Like
about?
Arsenal in the Premier League did.
Yeah. I was driving home. This
You
is
mean undefeated is no losses?
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen to this. I was thinking, it's funny you brought that up. On the way I was driving home, and I was thinking about their legacy and how good they are and how impressive they were to see live against I still think is going to be a really good Roosters team. And I was like,
Jeez, they bashed them.
I was thinking about Nathan's legacy a little bit, Yowie, and how they've been able to be so successful for long periods. Imagine if, like, we're such a weird sport as well, where we play this gladiatorial game through the middle part of our season. Like with the NFL, NBA, and Premier League,
It's an exhibition. It's a glorified exhibition match. It's the hardest one in the fucking
but it's
world.
not glorified. Like it is.
It was.
It is the pinnacle.
It was. No.
It is what everyone in the game views as the litmus test.
Sorry, it was exhibition game, one off. That's what it was, and turned into the fucking.
So my point is, no other code has got anything like this, and I started to think to myself, with how dominant they've been over the last 7 years, imagine how much more dominant they could have been if Nathan, Yowie, Edwards, Toto, Martin, and a host of other players didn't have to fuck around and play Stephen Crichton when he was there, fuck around and play Origin in the middle part of the year. Like, they might have gone undefeated. Like, because you got to fact, when you plan a season and you put together blocks, in preparation for those blocks, you're factoring in that those guys are going to play Origin through those dominant years. Penrith could have just run the table on everyone for fucking 10 years straight. Like, that's how impressive they are, mate. And here's another part of it which you can't, with Nathan's legacy, and it's going to be an advantage to him. It could have been a con, but you've turned a form of nepotism into a pro with regards to Nathan being so in sync with Ivan, and that being a huge part of their success. To have a head coach who's as smart and as detailed as Ivan is, to have a captain like Nathan who think alike but also produce, because, like I said, it can be a detriment if the player that's out there is not living up to the family name and all that. We had the Penrith box right next to us, and they were not animated at all throughout the game. There was one moment where Ivan finally showed some form of life next to us and started clapping. The final 5 minutes, when they were up by 40 already, I think they might have even scored the 40 already. They went in 40-6. They were defending their line. Connor Watson tries to go down the short side with 5 minutes to go. Luke Garner, I believe it was, puts some fucking market pressure on him, gets out. It was a try-scoring opportunity. Luke Garner comes up with a big play. That's the most animated I've seen Ivan. And that's a reflection of what's important for them at the club. It's the details that matter. It's why they've only had 10 points scored against them. Bizza scored that try the way he did. Milky streaked away for a 50-metre pickup after Moses Liotta found him. The one part that he got excited about was some marker play. If 5 minutes to go, up by 40.
He's very stoic, isn't he?
He's Lukey.
Yeah, he's very stoic. Like he gives nothing, mate. Absolutely fucking zero emotion or anything, unless they win a comp. That's the levels out there.
But he doesn't even get excited. It doesn't even look like he gets super excited when they win comps.
He doesn't even want to go down on the sideline.
By the third or fourth one, he was just like, so impressive.
You had to get him blind on the Today Show to get a bit out of him.
Yeah. You got to get him on a 2-dayer.
Yeah.
Then he might do an interview.
He's one of my favourite pressers, actually, too, because he's super sarcastic.
Because he'd be like, because I've met him a couple of times, but I think at training and what you see at training and everything, like, it's totally different than what he gives media-wise.
100%.
It's like he's done the old Wayne Bennett in this era.
Yeah. I think he learned from the fucking up against Wayne. I always bring that up. Remember when he... the finals campaign, they end up getting him in the grand final, but he had a bit of a war of words with Wayne. Yeah. He quickly learned that, he
doesn't say anything. I love it.
He actually says a shitload without saying anything. Yeah. But if you understand the game, you don't watch presses, but the journos don't get it. It goes over their head most of the time. Yeah. He's often playing and manipulating them and playing mental warfare. Yeah. We talked about the left edge. You talked about the middles. Beautiful. Nailed that. Let's get to the Roosters. Dominated the first 15 minutes, mate. Toya worked McLean twice. Got him on the inside shoulder the first time he scored. Then skipped him on the outside, little shimmy, a little whoosh, gets on the outside, scores the first try. And I'm like, ooh, like this is the matchup I was looking forward to, but didn't see it playing out this way because I thought, Rob Toya is renowned for his defence, not more so his attack. He's definitely got it in the kit bag. That was the last time they looked dangerous. Toya went over a little bit later on.
That was it.
Was about to score a try, and then all of a sudden it was fucking Panthers.
Unbelievable, wasn't it? What do you do if you're the Roosters? Like, what's your rap on them? Have we seen enough to go? I don't like the way they're looking. I don't know. Like they had moments there last week against Souths, and I'm like, This is the premier team, right? Panthers.
Yeah.
This is what you're going to look like in a fucking prelim.
It's a hard form line. It really is.
It is, isn't it? I'm not going to even say anything on the Roosters. I don't have a take on it yet because they haven't sorted their halves out.
Roosters, the Warriors, you're like, tough road trip. Warriors ambushed them at home. Give them a pass. Let's see what Rabbitohs are coming. Let's see what they're like against the Rabbitohs.
Yeah.
Really good performance against the Rabbitohs in a high-pressure situation with everything considered, and completely failed against the Panthers.
Yeah.
So
good start
form line suggests highly emotional game coming up this week against Manly.
They might
Should
win.
favour them.
Yeah.
But fuck, I've got absolutely no read on the Roosters.
They got
no
bye,
read.
and then they have Sharks.
Manly
Sharks could
by
be the game.
Sharks.
Who?
Manly by Sharks.
Oh, I said no. Don't worry about Manly by. It's Manly this week.
Yeah.
Like Manly's the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I need to see more.
Yeah.
I need to see them work it out. I don't want to see the whole year when we're talking about this. I'm not sure how they work it out. I don't know.
It's got to take time.
Yeah, like I could give them the magic round.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Got to be the magic round.
Forwards are
Defensively, the part that left edge copped a lot of traffic. So this is a hard form line as well. So in the first game, Roosters right edge got hammered.
Yeah.
The wires killed him. Then they got Rob Toya back and Siwa Wong and sort of fixed that against the Rabbitohs. So the Panthers watched that game going, Souths were trying to force it down the left and it wasn't quite there. Wonder what's happening over here with Sammy Walker and Junior Ponga. Let's see what they're
That's
about.
where I'd be going.
Daniel Tupou's dropping back early. So the Panthers with Nathan Cleary being ball dominant, but also I think also seeing how much the right edge improved in week 2. Now it's up to the left edge to improve. And guess what? As bad as they've been as disappointed as you were after week 2, Hamolo Olukwatu's coming to town.
Yeah.
He's playing at 4 Pines. You were critical of the Manly team not getting him the ball.
Yeah.
I'd imagine that's a big part of what they will be saying in the week leading up to it. So can the left edge bounce back defensively like the right edge did after a poor performance in round 1?
They're just not on the same page, the Roosters, at the moment. Takes a bit. When you throw someone like DCE in there and a couple of young guys that are up, a new hooker.
Yeah.
There's two big pieces there. Robson and DCE haven't played in that club at all, so they need to find all that sort of shit out.
I think it makes it a little bit harder. I think the biggest adjustment, for as crazy it may sound, I think Reece Robson's going to be fine. I think Ches is going to be fine. Connor Watson trying to find his role now is going to be not problematic, but it's going to take some time. It's going to take some adjustment because even though Benai Uelu was starting for the Roosters at the back end of last year, Connor was coming on at the 25-minute mark and playing the rest of the game. It's a defined role. Now, he's coming on not for Reece Robson, with Reece Robson, and then giving a Reece Robson a spell at the end. So it's just a little bit different to what it was last year. Now, rather than coming on playing hooker straight away, it's almost like he plays lock to begin with and then finishes at hooker.
Yeah.
That may be the rotation. So
I think that is. Like, you can't have him come on at hooker all the time. I just like him in the middle. Because
you're not going to take Robson off after 25.
Just generating some speed in the middle there.
Yeah.
But they just couldn't generate anything, could they?
Well, Celesi Fiketti could. He was the shining light for him.
Yeah.
I thought he was the most dangerous. Nafahu White and Celesi Fiketti.
You know what? He just fucking got the ball and ran hard with good lines.
Yeah.
Didn't overcomplicate it.
Waiting for shit to happen.
No, just got the ball, give me the ball, I'm going to have a crack.
Yeah.
Right? You need more of those blokes. It's not all block plays. It's not all bullshit like that. And sometimes you get lost when you're going against a great team like Penrith. They put you in the washing machine, mate. You're done.
Yeah.
You know, like it's all Penrith. The whole game was all Penrith, other than 10 minutes.
It's a really humbling lesson early for the Roosters.
Yeah, their middles got fucking bashed.
I'll be out at on Thursday for the Roosters versus Manly game. Can't wait for that.
And then you take the edges out. Like they're both edge players. Crichton pretty much take out because of the defence.
Yeah.
And was it
Wong.
Butcher or Wong?
Yeah, Wong was on the right.
You didn't even hear from him.
All right, let's get to the Broncos. 18 defeating the Storm 14. This one comes from DeBola. 1. L1 from day one, boys. Hey, boys, I think there is a fair sample size now to a serious argument around the Broncos looking better with Ben Hunt at halfback. Plus Walters coming back midway through year. The year last year was the one who unlocked Walsh when they went on that final stretch last year.
Where is Walters? Where is...
ACL in the Canberra game. So he'll be back around
That's right,
round
fucks.
20.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is tough because this is a legend, and we love Adam Reynolds.
Very ball dominant.
100% he is. And although at times it's pegged back Walshy from making an extra silly error or two, you're taking opportunities away from Walshy. And what Benny Hunt doesn't do is Benny Hunt doesn't like manufacture touches for Walshy. He just plays, and instinctively they play well together. Yeah. Whereas I feel like when Reynolds is there, it's setting up. There's constant setting up.
On the fourth play, you're going to get it on the right side, out the back.
Yeah. It looks like they're always working for shape to get Walshy, where I don't think that's where Walshy does his best work.
Fuck no. He's instinctive.
And so that's where I think the disconnect is.
Yep.
And not to say that there's a disconnect between the playing group. You can tell they all love each other. And this is, I want to make this clear too, because when you start dissecting legends against each other, which they both are, Adam Reynolds and Ben Hunt, I'm looking at the game. I was watching the game. And even when it wasn't happening to begin with, there was like a calmness about Walshy. And I'll throw something as minor as this out. I think Walshy thrives in the extra responsibility as simple things as kicking for touch and kicking goals too.
Yep.
I think he enjoys those moments. Yeah. I think he loves having the camera on him. He's that sort of personality.
Yep.
Like he's about that. So when you've got Reynolds there and, he's beloved within the playing group and all that, it just takes a little bit away from Walshy. And I don't know, I don't think Ren's got that in his game, especially at this point, like just even stylistically for who he is, that he can change who he is, because it's not like
no. And I'm thinking, how do you change? Like Ben Hunt and Reynolds are pretty similar players. Pretty similar. Like where this seems like a Walsh problem. Like just inserting himself in different. No, do you know what I mean? Like, what's the difference between? No, I'm just trying to talk it out.
Yeah, I know.
With Ben Hunt, what's the difference between him and Reynolds? Like they're similar players. They're on ball sort of sevens, ball dominant.
See, I disagree. I reckon Benny Hunt's been a little bit more rogue. Like I've watched Benny Hunt for years because I go back to the Normie days because I used to watch Ben Hunt closely with Normie.
Hard to get a read on Ben Hunt as a seven.
I
don't know what he does, but he just fucking does things. Like he's very. I don't know.
He's closer to Cherry than he is to Reynolds. Like they're more instinctual seven halves. They're like, not to say that they don't plan and don't communicate, but it doesn't look like they're fucking super vocal. You know what I mean by that? You
got to see a short side. You just go. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying. It's always been hard. Benny Hunt's been around. Benny Hunt's been around for fucking since 2014 or some shit.
Yeah,
less
350 games.
Yeah, like, and I'm like, when we're playing against him and doing some, you don't really know what he does. He just has a crack at everything.
No.
It's not like he's going to go sit on the short side or this and that. Like he's attacking wherever the weakness is.
Even in my career, I got to play against Benny Hunt for about 5 years.
Yeah.
I can't ever remember hearing him talk.
No.
Or hearing him like be vocal or say stuff.
Or watching him.
I'm sure he was.
Or watching him carve the fuck out of you.
I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was communicating all the time. Like he's had multiple big moments.
But mad like
But I think that personality meshes better with Walshy. Yeah. And Billy Walters even more so, because Billy Walters, not to say he's just happy to be there, but Billy Walters was, Walshy, what are we doing? You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, and then Walshy would pop up, and every time Billy would hear Walshy come and just go, where is he? Bang, get him the ball.
I find that there's where Walshy's like, he just wants the ball most times, right? At least I reckon twice every set of six. He needs the ball in his hands.
Yes.
If he doesn't, the game gets away with him. Hence the stat before, 6 meters in the fucking first half against the Panthers.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I need him searching for the ball. He plays his best football when he gets the ball.
Yeah.
How does Reynolds stop him from getting it? It's somehow there's a disconnect from Reynolds to Walsh where it seems like the pipeline's fucking easier when Hunt's there.
I think Reynolds is trying to distribute evenly the ball around to make sure everyone's getting their touches. Whereas when he's not there, Walsh just goes a little bit more rogue. And there's pros and cons to it. The start of the game, you could tell with the intent with the way Walshy was running. Actually in both games.
Last week.
Who did they play the week before?
I don't know. But they end up getting beat. Parra.
Yeah, his intent was awesome to begin with in that game as well. So not to say that like it just completely removes Reynolds out of the picture, but he was attacking. He pulled the trigger a couple of times. It led to errors. It wasn't necessarily his fault, but he had He's definitely got a maturity about him now as well that he didn't have 2 years ago, where when Reynolds arrived at the club, it was perfect for him. Because he would have told Walshy back then, hey, stop fucking around, stop kicking her, stop doing this, stop doing that. And Walshy would have been, sorry, OG. I think now Walshy's established himself where
Give me the ball.
he went on that finals run last year and just like, maybe when Red turns around and goes, hey, calm down. And he's like,
off.
Give me the ball.
Yeah, that's where he's at. No, that's exactly where he's at.
Yeah.
Because I remember good conversations with him. I said, like, he knows what he does.
Yeah.
He knows what he does.
He knows
he's what he's capable of. He can change a game.
Full control of his
He's the
powers.
guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy. When are the keys? He's probably going, where are the keys coming to me? You know, like, I love what you're doing, boys, but like, fuck, this is my team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
it sounds crazy to be negative about him. Imagine if Gordy was saying this. But they've just got a huge win down at Melbourne, and I'm like,
still wasn't fucking. It ain't selling me on anything. The Broncos, Storm lost that game.
well, the only reason it's not selling me on it, I disagree with that. I reckon the Broncos took it from him. The part that's negative about it is I was like, that's a problem. And the reason it's a problem is because the legend of the game and the club, who's done a great job there, may not be the best option for the seven. And that's taken my what's the thing?
Bias towards
My
Reynolds?
bias away from knowing Reynolds and loving Reynolds.
I love
and
Reynolds.
Reynolds, the player, and what he's done in the game. And I'm looking at that game going, as the game was unfolding and they were getting themselves back into it, I was like, fuck.
This is why I said it's not a
this is
big
gonna be a
deal
pain
when
in the arse.
Reynolds was out, because they know they got Ben Hunt, and I think they slightly know the team works a little bit better there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's not a big detriment to the team where it's like, oh, we're fucked, Reynolds is out. Was 2 years ago when you didn't have Ben.
Yes,
Hunt.
it was.
It was a big deal. Everyone's like, oh no, we're fucked. The run's over.
Yeah.
Ben Hunt, insert. You know, so it's fucking, you know what I mean? Like it's just
That's the way he looked at me. Just
Lukey.
Insert.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a good problem to have if you're the Broncos.
Yeah,
and
it is.
sucks to be the coach and to have to pull the trigger on something like this. But this is why you get paid the big bucks, Madge.
To be fair,
Because you can't have Ben Hunt on fucking 14.
I think this is my conclusion on it. To be fair, I think they can.
Yeah.
I do think they're better than most teams. Where it gets tricky at the back end of the season against meaningful teams like the Storm and the Panthers in big games, that's where it could get a little bit tricky, and it could be the difference. I reckon they roll. Ooh, shit! They've got the Dolphins coming up this week.
But do you reckon Walsh is sitting there going, I'm just going to do what I want anyway. I need to come into games. Like, I can't have him with those stats the other week against Penrith. You know, like 6 meters in the first half. I know he ended up probably getting a fair bit in the second half, but I need Walshy grabbing the ball and just doing what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And they need to find this shit. Ezra Mann needs to fucking be better. You know, he's the six there. He's the one who's got that connection with Walsh.
Yeah. So
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like it's the Hunt,
Yeah.
Ezra. Is it Reynolds, Ezra? Do you know what I mean?
It's a
Hunt, Reynolds?
No, it's a Reynolds Hunt issue. Ezra's sweet. Ezra plays his best work with Walshy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think
they love playing together because he's the perfect complement for Walshy because what's his best work? Running, taking wide gaps when Walshy might be on the other side of the
but
field.
I think Ezra, he's trying to get his defense fixed up so much. It's fucking his attack up.
That's fine.
And I think once he gets his defense up,
Yep.
that's when the whole thing clicks, because Ezra Mann is a massive part. I'm not even really thinking about their sevens when it comes to Walsh. I don't think he plays better behind any of them. I think he plays better when Ezra's on fire and the back rolls are going good, right? The left side back roll has been fucked up. Krzyzewski's coming in and out. You've had
Willison on
the
the
big
wing.
Willison.
Piakura
comes back. I find that he straightens things up a little bit more.
does.
And Walsh can get out the back and play those 3-on-2s and everything like that. So once everything's connected like that for Walsh, he's way better. It's just he just needs to find that the sweet spot in between.
Piakura is a genuine threat, which brings out the best in Ezra. So they're still going to get better.
That's what I'm saying. It's a work in progress with the Broncos all the time.
Yeah.
Because they find out, the left one piece misses. When one piece is missing, it's crucial. Fucks up the whole balance of the team.
The beauty of it is they've got so much good depth that, like, you could go a number of combinations that once they go on a streak, they're just going to smoke teams anyway because they're more talented.
Yeah.
You just got to be lucky enough to be a part of the rotation when that hits. Now, that's what Dean Mariner is.
Jesse Arthurs weren't, right?
Exactly right. When Jesse Arthurs and even Selwyn missed out.
Yeah.
People forget that. Karapani and Mariner come in at the right time when the Broncos got their shits together. Not to say that they're not good players, but probably the ceiling for the Broncos was probably, and I still believe this, Cobbo and Mariner.
Yes.
But Cobbo fell out of favour when they were doing dumb shit, and he's got to play a part in that.
Yeah.
Once they got it together, and now Shibasaki might be into that category where Anderson just did his job, and so did the rest of the Broncos, and they got a big win. Now they go on a run. Like, you just got to be lucky to be part of the team once they go on these runs, is my point.
And middles need to, the middles need to be a little bit better.
They're still not.
They're not dominating the middle. I look at that. I'm not even worried about Walsh or fucking Reynolds.
Is
I'm worried about Payne Haas and the other Jensen and that.
Statistically, Paddy and Payne are putting up good numbers, but to the eye test,
No, it's not good.
they're nowhere near their levels.
No.
They're like, they can get once. That's scary though,
Yeah.
because I'm looking at them, Payne and Paddy. They're going, they're getting through their work.
You're getting the lion's share of the ball and the tackling as well.
In comparison to other middles, they're outplaying other middles, but nowhere near to the standards that I know they're capable of.
If Payne Haas is probably looking at the way that he can play, he's probably going, I'm a little bit underdone.
He's about 7 or 8 out of 10.
Yeah. And what he can do and what Pat Carrigan can do when they're on, I think they're just, because they're being under the pump fatigue-wise, because they're not fucking playing that well.
Correct.
It fucks their attack up. They're not getting in good shape. It seems like it's really one out. Jensen needs to understand that his role is in that team is get a quick play of the ball and generate speed for Payne Haas and Carrigan.
Yep.
Don't take second or third players and get Payne Haas to take those. And the middles need to understand that.
Yep, that's fair.
Yeah.
Storm.
Fuck, man, they were good.
Yeah.
What happened? Couple of tries, soft little Money. I think Money wants to have his time back a little bit with those. I've never seen him defend like that. Sliding out a bit.
Yeah.
Especially on the Katoni Stags fund. He was trying to overread that and he thought it was going out the back.
The thing with Money, for a couple of years, the right edge was really problematic defensively. And then they flicked Nick Meaney over there and he played consistently right side, outside, and they sort of fixed it up. Now the right edge has sort of been a lot more solid. Howlett's over there now. I know Meaney's flipped over, but he's sort of got two guys over there. So they started with Alec McDonald on the left edge, which he's an out-and-out middle. So even though he works his fucking backside off, he's
different shapes.
He's just not natural, and then you know eventually he's going to leave. They even had Cooper Clark out there.
Yeah.
The big middle. Now he is a bit of a hybrid. They consider him a bit of a hybrid, but they lose Sean Bloor in a New South Wales Cup game, and then the following week at training they lost Ativalu Lasati with an ankle injury. So huge blow for the left edge. They've already got no Ali Katoa. Joe Chan on the other side, by the way, looks to Mickey.
Go on it.
He looks like he's going to be really good for him. Fuck the alley.
Yeah.
I was watching this game at the back end when they started getting a little bit messy and fucking Joey Chan's playing well and Lasardi's out, Bloor's out.
Who was the other side back row then? Yeah, Alec McDonald started, didn't he? But who finished?
Cooper Clark, Trent Liero spent some time.
Trent Liero played good. Fucking happy with him.
Yep, Trent Liero.
But he's an out and out middle as well. Yeah, that fucks up Money's.
How important do we say the 4 and 3 man?
And I see that, and I'm like, he's indecisive, and he's never indecisive in defence. He never slides out. He doesn't do. I bet Money doesn't let a fuck another try in like that nearly for the whole year. He'd be filthy on himself.
Yeah, that's a non-negotiable.
Because I know he'll be blaming himself more than anyone. He doesn't need anyone fucking pointing it out because I know how hard he is on himself. So. You only do that when you don't trust your inside or your outside. You try and make decisions by yourself.
Yeah.
You only go off what he's doing and his communication to you and the communication outside. Then it starts with him. He needs to be fucking more.
Feels like everything's in fast forward.
Yeah, and then next minute, Katoni's hitting your inside shoulder and you're sliding this way. Like, whoa. You don't disrespect Katoni like that. That's what's happening.
Yeah. What about Su'a? You know the part I loved about Su'a? Like, he's going to be a really good player for a Mason. This is maybe a game where not as many people were talking about him, but even with the try. So shout out to Joey Chan, like I said, mentioned. He's
outstanding.
Like, so strong.
But defensively and everything, like he's about it, mate.
But the part that I loved is with the initial shape for that first try, Su'a was like a lazy play. And the play was for Jerome to look outside, come back into Su'a if it was there and you got a lazy middle. It wasn't on. He plays out to Joe Chan, ends up hitting Joe Chan. And rather than just sweep onto his next job, Stewart just go back and watch it.
Yeah,
he just hangs around for a little bit more and just sees what's presented himself, because it really should have been a straightforward tackle for Ezra. But he gets the bumpers in, makes a little break, draws in Walshy, and then able to come up with the play. And I thought, that's just everyone was praising the beautiful play from last week, and I was like, I love that.
His eyes on, mate. His eyes up.
His eyes up.
His eyes up. So he's on the shift there. He straightens up and then he goes straight for the post. That's what good fullbacks do.
Yep.
Right, because Joe Chan in his mind he's thinking he's coming off his right, and then he's going to score. Good tackle and everything, but then a nice little offload. But the awareness from Sewer. Some fullbacks wouldn't be on that play because you know why? They're already set on the outside. Or they'll go and then okay, the play's not on. You already took that. You took that one. So. Is he the quickest person over 5 metres in the comp? Sewer? Just say, if you had a 15-metre race, who's the fucking quickest in the comp? Jeez, he's up there. He moves from here to there quicker than most.
The little fullback from the Titans is similar.
Yeah, they generate power, mate. Yeah, I love it. Weeks. Yeah. Like there's a good couple of fullbacks that are fucking lightning, mate.
I'll tell you a sneaky good one that I watched, and the way he caught a ball off his shoelaces and then exploded through a gap. Jackson Purdue over 5 or 10 minutes is fucking crazy quick
I was going to message you and say he's fucking not sneaky good. We always knew he was good, but I had a good look at him yesterday.
He's nice, eh?
Real good look at him. He's a good mover. I think he's put on a little bit.
He has.
His legs are looking good.
Similar to Galvin, third preseason.
Yeah, but I think he's muscled up a bit. He looks good.
10 metre race. Who else is in that?
Yeah. Most fullbacks.
Yeah, Walshy.
Yeah.
Walshy explodes through.
I think Sewer wins out of all those blokes. Get Roger Fabry and get a 10-metre race going.
You know what they do?
Fuck you 100.
So this is good timing too, because we've just gone through the NFL draft combine. Now everyone gets blown away by the 40-yard dash because that was historically helped prospects become really high picks. But the smart people within the game, and if you listen to enough of the proper scouts and podcasts, it's the 10-yard cone drill that they do.
Yeah.
It's that
the
one.
L drill.
Short area quickness for wide receivers, running backs. That's where they really concentrate on that, because it's very rarely do you get a 40-yard sprint, and same in the NRL. Like, it's cool to see Fox streak away like he did, but it happens once every 5 games. How many times do you see short area quickness to get in between a gap that leads to a quick play the ball?
It's the generating of power.
Correct.
It's the generating of me getting to you as quick as I can to stop that play or to get into a break. It's me getting there and then line break and then going.
When I was talking about Cooper Johns the other week, what drills did I tell you he was doing and posting in the group chat? NFL wide receiver drills and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the other day?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you were saying,
I was saying we were talking about Sewer, and I'm like, he used to
he was doing that. Sorry, yeah.
Cooper. On his days off.
Years ago.
Sewer was. Gotcha, yes.
I thought you just Cooper Johns
Someone
was
said
doing
that was a porky too, because they ended up in the comment sections. No, about he grew up in Melbourne, and you were saying he couldn't speak a lick of English. Remember that?
I'm just repeating what Cooper Johns said. He said he was bad. He can still have bad English.
Yeah, that's
a freshie.
That's fair.
Is he fresh?
Yeah, fresh.
Is he fresh?
Yeah, freshie.
All right, they got some.
Speaking of freshies,
we will. They'll be filthy this storm, right? I'd hate to play them next. They barely lose
Cowboys.
Cowboys going to get it. The Waz.
Sneaky game. Give me the boys without even looking at it. Cowboys will get 12 points in that. I'll take the points. But Melbourne with the win. Right. Yeah, I reckon that's going to be a tricky game.
The Waz. I went through my head and I went, can they win the comp? Should I say it on levels? Fuck. I think they can. They can win the comp. They can go against Penrith. I don't hate it. Yeah. I'm like, because they got youngins like the Wrecker on the edge and Laban and the Aaron Clark, fucking Fisher's on fire. Like that balance of a pack looks outstanding. That's what I always go by. Egan, world class 9.
Yeah.
7 and 6. Tanner Boyd's arrived. I reckon 3 games. He looks like he knows what the fuck's going on. None of who your 6 is. I reckon Metcalf comes back into 6, and then all the rest of those other big boys are back 5. The bench is deep. They've got 22 players, I reckon, that are fighting for 17. That's what I'm always looking for. 22 to 25 players that are trying to get in those 19s. I'm like, wow. it's the way they're winning, mate. I know Knights didn't really, they come to play, but it wasn't like
Missing the big three.
missing the big three, right? But they're still missing some decent
Correct,
players
they
as
are.
well.
Let me throw some headaches at you.
Yeah.
I'll help you solve this for Wise fans.
Prelim minimum.
No, let me throw out the headaches that Webster could have, and credit to Webster as well. He said this after the game, and you don't want to, you don't want to catch your chickens before the hatch. Is that the same?
Something like that.
That'll do. Sounds right.
Sounds cool.
Sounds right. But he didn't say that quote, by the way. I'm just saying he talked about how you don't want to get too carried away about what it could look like because NRL has a
Process.
Fucking things change very quickly in the NRL. But if fully fit,
That's all I'm going
Webby's
by.
first decision and headache. How do you fit this version of Tanner Boyd in with Luke Metcalf to return? Chanel Harris-Tavita will be back this week. Tamati Martin should be back in about a month. Luke Hanson and Jet Cleary are two really
the milk duds. I'll call them the milk duds, like fucking Tanner Boyd and Hanson. The whitest halves of all time. So with the white uniform.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I like the uniform too.
Yeah, but when you've fully fucking got that tan on you.
Yeah.
Did you see the post in Dribblers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Mitchy Barnett was in there as well.
Mitchy Barnett's
Did
up
you see
there. Because when we go Milky Jenkins is the
all-
OG.
they're
Milky
all-
Jenkins, but like there's some other Milkies.
Yeah.
Milky
Nah,
Hayward.
Milky's strawberry milk.
Yeah.
These guys are just straight.
Fucking straight milk duds. Remember those lollies, milk duds?
Yeah. You've got Tanner Boyd shaking hands with Mitch Barnett, with Luke Hanson getting interviewed
I love
in the
it.
background. All right, so here's the first headache for Webby, and this is the main one. The former Tanner Boyd is going to put a lot of pressure on decisions around Luke Metcalf, Chanel Harris-Tavita, and also going to trickle down all the way down to Sam Healy on the bench with Luke Hanson. Mm-hmm. All right, that's the first one.
Yep.
All right.
It's a good problem.
All right, go answer it for me.
Tanner Boyd stays at 7 and then Metcalf goes into 6.
Where would you go, Chanel?
Either on the bench or not in the team.
Okay, sweet. All right, I'm on board with that now.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get to that. But
Only
I'm
because
okay
Tanner
with it.
Boyd's giving me what I'm looking at. He looks like he is a genuine half. So
Yeah.
always said about it's about 3 or 4 years for
All
some
right,
of these halves.
let's get to the next big headache. How do you fit into the starting middles? This is a little bit easier because there's a bench spot there. How do you figure in the middle three starting of Mitch Barnett, Jackson Ford, James Fisher-Harris, and Aaron Clark?
Yeah. Leave it how it is now for about another 2 weeks because they're winning.
Yep.
Don't change it because it's not broken. Barnett looked outstanding off the bench, playing a little bit wider, playing in the middle. Give him 3 games off the bench and then start. That's it. Jackson Ford's coming back. Won't care.
I reckon that's going to be problematic. Because
if your team first, whenever you want to win.
Jackson Ford's got multiple points, max points, Dally M for the first 3.
No one cares.
I think they do.
Yeah.
I
don't think the coaching staff does. They know what Mitch Barnett brings and they know what Jackson Ford does. I'm like, fuck, he's playing good, but he's not fucking putting up. It's not like dropping Jason Taumalolo in his prime or Sam Burgess. You know what I mean?
But also, I don't think as much. You know how much I love Mitchy Barnett, and this is why I think this is a good, healthy discussion that we're having here now because Waz fans are going crazy about this.
Yeah.
Jackson Ford is going to, in my opinion, going to have to get injured, or
leave it at Mitch Barnett off the bench. He's fucking outstanding.
that's the most likely.
Good problem to have.
Knowing the way that Webby has run this team over the last couple of years, I know Mitch Barnett's their co-captain. You could have one co-captain start and James Fisher-Harris and Mitch Barnett come off, and then for whatever reason, until injury happens, where it might not even be directly to Jackson Ford, or it could be Aaron Clark or something like that happen, where they're shifted. I would think, in my opinion anyway, it would be crazy to even consider dropping Jackson
And it's
Ford.
not. I don't think it's that big a deal because of the bench spot, right? Because of how important that rotation is to have Mitch Barnett. If it works and it's not broken, Mitch Barnett's team first, mate. He's all that about that. He gives a fuck about starting.
Winning a comp on the way out.
But imagine
That's priority.
just Fish wants to start, Jackson Ford wants to start. Yeah, go start.
Yeah.
Cares? Give me 25 minutes and I'll just come on after and then just fucking really ramp it back up because you've got a world-class front rower coming off the bench who's willing to sacrifice that for the team. Says a big thing. Fucking all for it. I think Mitch Barnett's all about that.
All right, you want another headache?
Give me another headache.
I'll throw another
They're
one
good headaches too. I like them. I'll fucking deal with these if I was a coach
All right,
too.
there are 2 starting back row spots between Leka Halasima, Jacob Laban, Kurt Capewell, and Murata Nikoro.
It's a problem as well. That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem. Because I'm starting Capewell as well because I think he's earned that and he's fucking class as a left side back rower.
Yeah.
I never would move him to the centres or anything like that. He's either left side back rower. Lecker is more movable. I'd still have Lecker on the bench.
Yeah, okay.
I would still have him on the bench. I don't know what. And then that's the problem. How many bench spots do I have?
That's what I'm going to get to next.
I'm like that's what I'm saying. I can't have 5 middles on the bench.
I'm getting you to figure it out now because we're taking people.
So I'm keeping all 4.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm keeping all 4.
All
so
right.
I want Niokora because he can play lock. He can play in the middle. Lecker can play in the centres and everything like that. Mitch Barnett is another movable piece when it comes. He can play out wide or anything like that. So there's 3 benches. You got 3 to go. Deal with it. I don't care who's the next ones.
All right, next headache.
Chanel, put him back at 17.
Chanel's gone, mate.
Chanel
could go all the way from 6 all the way out.
Yeah, he could.
That's my point.
He could, possibly.
Tane Tuapiki and Chance Nickel-Klokstad.
Chance, straight back.
Where's Tane?
No, nowhere. He just has to wait for an injury.
Tuapiki,
or is he the 18th or 19th? That's where I'll put him 19th.
Fuck him in.
That's what you have to do.
That's my point.
Yeah. It's a good problem to have if you want to win a comp, isn't it?
It is and it isn't.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they don't have to deal with all this sort of shit. Maybe 1 or 2 weeks they'll have to.
The easiest part is to drop all the youngsters out of the team and just give the guys with runs.
What's Sean's done wrong?
HIA. He's just missing a week.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying what's he done wrong to miss his spot?
Nothing.
Yeah. So you just got to make those hard decisions and just go, all right, Tuapiki, you're going to be waiting in the wings or somewhere because there's always going to be injuries, man.
Adam Pompey missed this game. Again, he's been a really good servant. Doesn't warrant. I know he doesn't warrant Mace, but
where does he? Who played left side centre? Lecker. Yeah, Lecker just drops back, put Pompey back in.
I don't know what they do, mate.
That's what they do. That's exactly what they do.
Do you want me to give me my best possible lineup that I think they could go with?
Yeah.
I would go, if everyone was fully fit, let me know, Warriors fans, if you love it or you hate it or you like it.
You don't mind it.
I've been the biggest supporter of Chance Nickel-Klokstad, but the way it's purely because the way I've watched the game play in the small ball fullbacks. Tuapiki fullback, Roger left wing, left centre Chance Nickel-Klokstad.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
Right centre Ali Lautea with Dallin Martinez-Lesniak. Tanner Boyd 7, Luke Metcalf 6. Jackson forward front row with James Fisher-Harris, Wade Egan in the middle. Kurt Capewell left, Laban right.
Yep.
Aaron Clark middle. Sam Healy 14. Leka Halasima 15. Murata Niokora 16. Mitchy Barnett 17.
Yep.
No Chanel Harris David at 18. And I'm missing one more.
Pompey,
I think goes to 19.
I fucking don't hate that.
Thoughts?
I'll push back on the Tuapiki one, but I don't mind Chance in the centre.
And by the way, sorry, and I forgot about this version of it. With that lineup, I'm losing Dimitri Vamawanga and Shannon Stower Smith, who have been awesome.
Yeah.
So that's how deep they are, mate.
Yeah, and that's why I said it's a good thing because you're never going to
I think that's my best 17.
You're never running the table as is right now.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get injuries, there's going to be suspensions, there's going to be out of form, there's going to be all that sort of shit. So it's a very good problem to have. Tuapiki, I like Tuapiki. I'm trying to find a spot for him because I love the small ball, but I think he might be just a little bit too small. You know what I mean?
He's really borderline.
He's borderline, man, because he's not heavy.
But he's electric, mate.
Yeah.
But the part that I love about Tuapiki that Chance can't provide, and so here's what Tuapiki did to help me strengthen his case because I've been Chance for 2 years now. Even when Warriors fans are getting Chance, I've been Chance. Yeah. Tuapiki, try saver first half on Greg Marzu. Body on the line. Love it. Beautiful because that's what Chance does at a high level. And then he doubled it down in the second half and come up with the try saver and Dom Young.
Yeah.
That's his path to becoming a long-term fullback. Yeah. And if he can continue to do that, when they're in these arm wrestle games, for as good as they've been and the amount of points that they've scored, there's no one that really... The Warriors are beating teams with their systems.
Yeah.
They're not beating it with individual brilliance. Tuapiki is the only player in the spine for as much as I've been raving about him, especially without Metcalf there, that can create something out of nothing. So that's where I think Tuapiki comes in.
Do you know where I think they've really not saved the game or the middles and everything like that? It's like the genuine passing between middles and the footy IQ that I see on some of those middles on how to hit holes and everything like that. Outside the 3-man, it's always a holes. It's always a hole. Aaron Clark
Mitch Barnett
demands that. Yep. Mitch Barnett, have a look at that.
Jackson
Getting
Ford.
fucking Dylan Lucas to turn in twice.
Fisher's got better pre-line than you think.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
If you fucking give him those looks, he's going to get you.
Yeah.
But they're genuine pushes. This is what happens when you got a Warriors team and a team that's very selfless, and they're all about just generating momentum and scoring fucking tries and not stat padding. They want to pass the ball. They got little short balls and they hit holes. No other fucking teams doing that in the middle. I had a look at St. George yesterday. Fucking the furthest thing from what I saw against the Warriors and Knights. One out, not even fucking thinking about passing. Warriors are like, we can beat you fucking straight through you if we want, but we can get you with skill as well.
You're right. They work hard.
They work hard, and it's an effort thing, and that's why I love seeing. That's why I was looking at that game going, they're fucking legit because of the way that they play football in the middle. It's like sort of pretty old school because I see the game different in the middle. There's a lot of holes around there, but people have got the balls to pull the trigger and hit that hole. Because of the analytics and all that sort of shit in field position. They're like, fuck it, stop it. We'll catch it.
Yeah.
And I love that because have a look at Dylan Lucas, good defender, but caught out twice.
Yeah, that edge got
fucking slaughtered.
Sandon Smith.
Yeah, so it's mainly Sandon Smith because he fucking...
No, I've got all three of them making bad errors.
Yeah.
Dylan Lucas made one, and Sandon Smith and Bradman Best all come out of the system. But it's credit to the
Dylan
Warriors.
Lucas got his pants pulled down because Mitchy Barnett just went eyes up, and he just come in for a little hit, bang, straight at Jackson Ford.
They were talking mad shit to each
I
other
love
after
that
Yes,
because Mitchy Barnett's got that in him.
Yeah.
He's got most middles have got that in them. They have just programmed to just do hit ups and get to lay lines and all that sort of stuff. Where I think the Warriors have got if you can produce that on the field, pass it. And I love that coaching.
Yep.
But they've got the skill. They've got the skilled players in the middle to really to fucking have a crack at that because they run good lines and they're smart. And they're aggressive. They don't run fucking decoys for just for nothing. They're expecting the ball,
They're
mate.
genuine, yeah.
And that's where I looked at that and went, okay, you can do that through the middle. You got Egan, who's very crafty. You got that 7, Tanner Boyd. They're building something here. And if they build it properly and everyone stays fucking very fit and healthy, that's a problem, mate.
It's crazy as this sounds. I also think the Knights are building something.
Knights look good. You can't take 2 fucking guns out and go
3.
Good luck. They come to play.
Yeah.
Warriors just, as I said, the Warriors fucking come over and went, okay, we've got to calm the storm, right?
Yeah.
But repel, and we'll get the footy at the back end of the second half or the first half. They're good at that.
Yeah.
12-0 to 18-0 down.
It was a close game. I'll get the exact up because if this is what it felt like anyway.
It didn't feel like didn't feel like a 38-12, and the next game didn't feel like a 38-10.
There we go.
Because I watched them after, as I said before, and I'm like, how'd they get to 38?
Yeah.
Even I was watching it to the death, the Warriors. I'm like, how'd they get to 38?
Even
at a picky one.
Even at the Greg Marzu try, I was like, probably not going to win, but it's not like they're totally out of it. There's definitely a completely different connection in the 100 at the moment.
Well, you're not going to win games with Sandon Smith and fucking Tyson Gamble in your halves. Not against a class team like the Warriors. You're going to have some good shots and everything like that, but when it comes down to it, the Warriors should have won this game. You can't have KP and Dylan Brown out. Two of the fucking guns.
Oh yeah, I think it's more of a reflection of having the and even Fletcher Sharp. In 25 minutes.
Oh, sorry, and Fletch. So when they play small ball and everything like that, this suits Newcastle in the last 2 rounds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it sucks that those 3 are out right now because you could really see something building there. And it's not like they're out for a week. They're all 4 to 6 fucking.
Nah, Fletcher Sharp could be back next week.
I mean, it's the 2, Dylan Brown. Yeah, 4 to 6.
Yeah.
And then what version comes back? It could be one of those injuries that stay all fucking year.
They were. There were a couple of strange calls. Not that I hated it. I just haven't seen it before where they gave away. They were willing to get a little bit messy. I reckon you could tell that it was a part of the plan, trying to slow down the Warriors as much as they could. They wanted to make it messy. There was a number of 6 agains. They were getting up really quick and trying to force it and even willing to take an offside penalty. And I found it strange. I think it was Liam Kennedy. It was actually. That after he warned I think Sandon Smith, when he got up offside, and this is maybe the game was 6-4 at this point too, really close, about, all right, multiple infringements. And then once the Warriors kicked the penalty goal to go up 6-4, I was like, ooh, Webby's missed one there because they should have kept on applying pressure similar to what I thought about in the Manly game. They end up coming down the next set. Mitch Barnett comes up with that little tip on. Aaron Clark scores. And then 2 minutes after that, Fletcher Hunt does something around the ruck. I think he was offside or got involved in a tackle. And Liam Kennedy used his powers from warning Sandon Smith 7 minutes ago that repeated infringements of the same thing reared its head. And I was like, you know what? I sort of don't hate that, but I've just never seen it before.
That long in between things, but it's got to be 5 minutes and then equal.
Yeah, you get back to clean slate. Yeah. I found that strange. So that was a confusing one. And then also Marzu wasn't out as well. He was tiptoeing across the line. He pops the ball on the inside. The next set, Halasima scores. So there were a couple of things that went against the Knights where I'm like...
Could change the game.
The Knights are clearly ripping in here for each other. There's definitely effort. The scoreline doesn't reflect it.
Yeah.
But they need to get... If they get Fletcher Sharp back, I'm hoping there's nothing too wrong with Fletcher Sharp as well because he missed this game. So I hope he didn't aggravate anything or they're not forcing it. But Newcastle, take your time. You could have a team here that could do some damage at the back end of the year if you can get back because there's clearly buy-in to what Justin Holbrook's
it's hard to take just a game like this. You look at 38-12. Oh, what a flogging! It wasn't a flogging.
No,
you were in this, Knights fans, and stay solid with this team because they're having a crack for you.
All right, the Dolphins 38 defeat the Sharks 10. There's so many parts of this. Mace, you were at the races for this, weren't you? So you didn't really get a good look at it?
Yeah, I had a good look yesterday.
Morgan Knowles, for me.
Unreal.
Starting to get his NRL legs under him. Physical start to the game. Isaiah Katoa said in the presser after, the part that he loves the most about him is he takes his matchups personally. And that stood out to me as well because when we were over for the Ashes, you questioned their middles.
Yeah.
The one player who stood out for me in games 2 and 3 was Morgan Knowles. Yeah. And now I think he is going to suit the Finns perfectly.
Mm-hmm. I like what I saw. That 7, we try to think about what the 7 was going to do this week. Does the Sharks sort him out? He's just too smart. He just plays wider of the ruck. He just gets the ball wider. He just knows exactly what's happening. He's one step ahead.
What were your thoughts on the way that the Sharks defended him?
Well, you can't get at him when he runs on those perfect things. The way that they got him last year was he was fucking so close to the ruck and he's just trying to do these dummies, bang, getting hit side. It's easy.
When he's in your space,
he's getting 10 meters wider. You're not. Your middles can't get at him, right? You'll have someone on the inside just to hold you honest, and then he's going at your 4-man, mate. You can't unless the 3-man gets released. I mean, the C defender comes up and then comes at him. He's too quick for him. So you got to stay in your lanes, right? So he's directly straight at you, Nelly.
I feel like the Sharks played Uno reverse. They didn't
do anything.
They just sat back, and I was like, "Ooh, have they tried to do the double bluff?" As in, all right, this is what he's going to expect. He's going to have a plan for it. Let's give him a different look because they picked it up at the back end of the halves, but originally, and it spooked him, to be fair. Yeah. I reckon it spooked him because he come up with a cold drop on a yardage shed and then doubled down with it on a poor effort too, defensively on Stone Street. And I'm like, they've got him rattled by not coming after him.
Yeah.
So that's where I thought the change from the Sharks was.
I just think if you're at just say on the left side of the post where they set up, so you got a probably 6 or 7-3 sort of split. You know that he's got the ball at your 3-man straight away at the C defender. C defender just needs to sprint off the line. Don't even worry about A and B. You just come up and fill the space because he's not going back into that way because you're going to get pumped.
So you're talking about making sure that there's constant inside pressure.
Constant. Wherever he's lined up, if he's here, right here, and he's opposite the C defender's got to come up straight and then go at his inside hip so he doesn't come off his right foot and go back that way.
Yep.
Then the 4-man can just be out here and then they can defend it properly. You can't just let him just slide around and do all this sort of shit. As soon as he does that one, he needs to be hit.
Yeah.
If your defence is fair dinkum. And they just sort of went. They were in and out from it. Right?
But like
because he is so smart as a fucking attacker. He knows exactly the meterage to be. Like about 10 to 12 meters. He knows A and B and markers are fucking. You can't touch me.
He had a couple of nice plays, but by no means was he.
That ball, look at that ball that he threw. That was fucking 35 meters.
Yeah.
Left to right.
Yeah, the part that I love that he acknowledged after the game with Foz when he was chatting to him and they did the cross is that he understood that he put his team under pressure with both the drop and then the bad miss.
Yeah.
And he's able to, like, he's as well as like the modern day player. We talk about it with Walsh. He's got really good footy amnesia.
Yeah.
But he doesn't get too flustered, and then, you know, he throws that dart to Osako. So he got limited chances. But with the limited chances he got, on the other side though, Herbie Farnworth.
Oh my God.
It's the toughest fucking 15 carries for 117 metres I think I've ever seen. Like when the game, Cronulla were dominating the game for like the first half an hour, and if it wasn't for Herbie coming up with kick chase, kick pressure, going up and getting the ball, a scoot out of dummy half and getting a late offload, like that's what separates him from all the rest of the centres, in my opinion.
He inspires the other ones.
He's got the silk of the top tier centres, with also the yardage, carries, and work rate of the best wingers, like the Brian To'os and that.
Easy. He's outstanding. His work, what he was doing out in every aspect of the game, defensively, but in attack. But there's those tough carries. That inspires middles, outside backs, your other side centre, Avarillo, who to get in there when he's on your side.
Avarillo was good too.
Yes, Avarillo sometimes needs a rocket, and he sees his boy over there, you know, the pin-up boy of the game, and he's fucking getting his head there and doing all the tough stuff. You go, fuck, I got to do it. Like, so you see blokes like that doing that, you're like, fuck, we better have a dig. You know, and then Hammer has more of a crack. You know, you see he inspires his back five. He's the leader with that little back five thing.
Yeah, he opens it up.
Yeah, but he runs fucking so hard. He's bigger than you think, right? He's a specimen.
Fuck. Jesse Ramian got him clean a couple of times and still couldn't finish him off. Like,
he's so well balanced.
As in the contact, Ramian caught him by surprise, boom, and he's a physical centre.
Yeah.
And he sort of just like bumped away. It was a scrappy, loose offload, but it was still just enough to...
And his offload game's annoying too.
Yeah, super annoying.
You come in, because there's a couple of times where Ramian didn't stick because he's so long and you get that he can get that space, flick it.
Yeah.
Doesn't count. Right? Because you wasted all that energy and then the middles have got to come up again. And just even though they're not making breaks off it, you're still fucking tiring out your middles because you didn't connect on that hit.
They were about to retreat. They've got to get back up.
I've got to come back up. And just say you're looking at Hazelton, you're looking at the Dolph, who was outstanding, the Dolph.
Yes.
Their benches, they were really good, but like it takes gas out of them more and more because like when you come out from outside in, you've got to make those tackles.
Yeah.
Especially on a guy like him because they come through the middle again. It's like,
let's stay on Herbie. And this is my favourite ref moment of the weekend. And it was super frustrating because it's one of those little pet peeves that I've had that I haven't really mentioned it before. Now, so often I see attacking players with the new 6 again rules dominate, strong carry, leave people, we call them dead Marines. We used to call them dead Marines, mate, scattered. And he goes straight through. I think it might have been Dolph, maybe Hazelton. It was a middle. It was a middle and Blake Brayley. And he gets up and plays the ball, and Jared Sutton, who tried to do this 2 or 3 times throughout the game,
he shitted me.
Tried to convince video referee Grant
Wasn't
Atkins.
square.
Yeah.
That one?
That one.
Ugh.
It was a fucking play the ball went from and Brayley was doing his best to hang on.
It was he should have got sin bin.
It was a clear penalty. So I was confused, and then what annoyed me was Jared Sutton was trying to are you sure you want to challenge this to Isaiah Katoa? And it worked early on. Remember when the Juice pumped Stone Street?
Yeah.
And it was a clean hit. It
Beautiful
was chest to ball, and he hit him so hard.
God, that was...
And the Juice turns around and starts going like this, and I think Isaiah Katoa come over and goes like, what's like, are we not allowed to hit him hard or whatever? And he goes, are you sure you want to, like, he's sort of like, are you sure you want to challenge
He should not talk like that. Refs should be like, you can't fucking manipulate the...
Yes, so this is what they do, and this is a part of protecting themselves, I believe. It's like a natural thing. It's not like a huge blow-up, but it's instinctually like, I think sometimes they think when one's really egregious and bad, Like, you're not going to get this. Like, I'm trying to look after you. But it's like a little bit of psychological warfare where it creates doubt. So Izzy Katoa, I think, is the captain who's Felice. Who leaves him out? Anyway, I think Izzy Katoa is the one who has captain's challenges. And he second-guessed himself. And this time I was so glad they come over. And you could almost hear, and someone said this on radio yesterday, that you could hear in Grant Atkin's voice that he couldn't back his referee, who seemed like he was so sure of that he'd stepped off the mark when he clearly got up and played the ball.
Square.
Guess what, Mace? It was 18-10 at that point with 20 minutes to go.
Yeah.
The Sharks are a super dangerous team. They get the ball off a turnover like that. Who knows what happens to a game of football?
Yeah.
So when we talk about momentum, sliding doors moments, the Sharks have got to be better and galvanise and to defend their line and not get blown out 38-10. But that easily could have gone the other way. Yeah. Easily.
Because they were coming home, Sharks.
Different scoreline.
Yeah, I agree. And the little things like that, just like, can you not change the game, but like the momentum swings and they get down. So that from that little play, they got down there, right?
Yep.
And it's in a good position and you change the whole field position.
Yep.
Try this, that. And it's like you're nearly blown out.
You don't score. Sustained pressure.
Yeah, 5 minutes off the clock. It's 5 minutes off the clock when you're down there and you're trying to get back into your red zone. Then there's like 12 minutes to go. Yep. And then you're playing fucking you're getting nervous because of the
yes, it's super deflating when
points.
you know deep down that that's a fucking bad call. And that
scoreboard pressure. That's what I'm trying to say. It happens, right? And then you start playing a little bit different. So
that didn't happen. And then on the flip side, the Sharks, I agree, mate. Rudolph was awesome off the bench. He changed
played good, mate.
I also thought Sifa Talakai noticeably come on and ran the ball hard. Trindle and Hines now, this is back-to-back weeks where they've really just got absolutely frustrated in the final exchanges. Again, the version without sort of digging the heel in too much. When they're not on the front foot, I don't imagine all playmakers. I'm not being not going to be silly here. You need momentum to have some sort of impact in the game, but felt like Trindle in particular started to throw the toys out of the back end of the game. Started to get frustrated. Was lashing out a bit.
One of those games. It was one of those because they didn't touch the ball fuck all and didn't have an impact on the game for 60 minutes.
Yep. And I praised Fitzy last week for his presser, and almost I think this is maybe not a lack of respect, but I didn't like the way Fitzy handled the presser this week.
What happened?
And he sort of talked about he called the Dolphins an attacking team, which was, again, a bit of, in my opinion, I took that as a bit of a backhanded compliment towards the Dolphins and their defence, right? And because that's what they were last year, right? So that's a mini stab. And then he also talked about them not getting the 50-50s. Totally disagree. I thought there were about 2 or 3 really favourable calls. The one that I mentioned before with Kafusi when they're coming out of yardage, which should have been, was nowhere near a penalty. Should have been challenged. Should have just been a... Did Stone Street lose the ball? I can't remember Stone Street. Anyway.
No, he got bent in half.
And then Trindle, at no point in any replay did I ever see Trindle getting the ball down on his try. Now, most likely do I think he got the ball down? Yes. But I couldn't say with certainty.
No.
But what happened? It went up a try. Jared Sutton probably had the best view. But that's a 50-50 in my opinion. That went the Sharks' way. So I think that sort of mentality leaked into the Sharks where maybe the Sharks thought they were not giving the Dolphins enough respect or weren't worried about what didn't take accountability for what they did in this game, which led to what frustration at the back end of the game.
I think they need to change. I think Hazleton, he's done all right starting some games, but you've got to change that up. I think Dolph needs to start at front row or Kafusi.
Yep. I like Dolph.
Because they're smaller targets, right?
Yep.
So when you're facing a big body like Hazleton, three in the tackle, unless you're generating some speed for you to play the balls, which helps your main man, Fanua Blake.
Yeah.
I don't want Fanua Blake taking play twos, mate. It's a fucking waste of time. He needs to get a little bit wider. So you need to generate play the ball speed when you're in good ball so he can get a little bit wider, get at the C-man, all that sort of shit when he's just taking it off the fucking ground.
Hazleton's good off the bench.
Yeah, he's really good. And I think
the problem is they've re-signed Hazleton for a couple of years and the Dolph is a free agent.
I know. So you're stuck with him. Like I'm not saying he's not a starter, but you need to have a different look because he's an easy target for markers A and B come up, hit legs, roll him on his back. He needs they need a different look in the middle. Just a little bit more nuggetier, like a Kafusi who started the year off well last year.
Yeah.
Like I don't think where's he?
He looks a little bit underdone. He played in this game off the bench.
Yeah, because he looked fit last year. Has he been injured?
Yeah, I think so because he's missed the first couple of games. I can't remember seeing him in the trials as well.
I'll be starting Dolph. What he fucking come on with that energy. I know he hasn't signed anywhere at the moment. I know they signed Hazleton. But he's fucking playing for a contract. He's playing for a contract. He's on a different fucking level. He's playing for his career. Start him.
They're going to need it this week too.
Yeah. I didn't like what I saw.
The Raiders down in Canberra on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's two
back-to-back.
super desperate teams.
Yeah.
So, wait and see. But the Battle of the Ocean.
Yeah. Dolphins.
Shout out to the OG.
Dolphins just got straight in the ribs.
That's the game I needed.
Yeah. You did need that, yes. What was it?
For multi.
They cost me a perfect round.
Your Bulldogs cost me a perfect round.
Yeah. Your Dolphins got me.
All right, the Rabbitohs 20 defeated the Tigers 16. Wayne subbed this up perfectly in the presser. Souths, honestly, the way they started and the talent that they've got should have really blown this Tigers team away. Now, credit to the Tigers because they're a different outfit this year and they've showed some fight. But Wayne was furious after the game and the journos couldn't get it. Like, they couldn't understand why he was so angry.
Journos.
Because the Rabbitohs defensively come up with some really big moments, and there was a couple of, like, Jai Gray and Jack Whiten were standouts, but they were sloppy, mate.
Yeah.
They were sloppy
They nearly lost it. They nearly lost the game.
They should have lost in the end.
Yeah. I was like, fuck, because I got home at about 6:30, so I watched this one live, 6:37. So they're going to lose this game.
Yeah.
They could lose this game possibly, and they'll come out and blew the Tigers off the field. What happened?
Got complacent. Errors, Trell, Fafita, Cody.
Yeah, the main dudes.
The big dogs.
Yeah,
they've got to be better. And that's why Wayne would be pissed off because
filthy.
He would have to he would have
he needs them to be better. That's all. Like, he can't be doing that against the Tigers. Tigers they don't credit to Tigers, as you said.
You know, the example I'll use, Mace, is when you back into your career where you have conversations with leaders behind closed doors before you get to video.
Yeah.
And you go, look.
They're getting at this today.
For sure they are. But he'll go up to Latrell and go, like, because a couple of offloads that Latrell had, and it looked too easy for Latrell, honestly. He was standing there. He had 3 defenders all over him.
Humphreys dropped it.
Taruva marking him. I think Humphreys dropped one. I think Fafita dropped one after an offload.
Do you want Trell pushing those passes? I don't mind him. Because if Humphreys catches it, he scores.
Not in that traffic. There's too many people.
Chest.
Which one was the
one
that one. The Humphreys one, yes. Humphreys 1-6 again. But then doubled down a little bit later on.
All the other ones, no.
Yep. So that's where he would be frustrated because I was looking ahead and going, man, this South team, they're a hard read. They're going to get fitter and better as the season goes on. I've alluded to that. Jai Gray is the only reason they won this game, both offensively and defensively in the end.
Outstanding.
Mate, like let's just start with the positives then. Jai Gray, his attack.
We said that, but it could open up for someone as the little fullback.
It did. He goes through. He was tearing the West Tigers left edge apart. And then the one-on-one efforts on both Skelton later on in the game and then Sione Fainu, which were awesome.
Yeah.
But the big one was the one-on-one take with Jerome Buller, one-on-one off a kick from the Tigers.
Yep.
I was like, game. I called game. Like in my head, I was like, Buller's going to get this, come down with it, score the try. But fucking little Jai Gray exploded out of the ground and come up with a big play.
Positive for Souths, right, is when your big three has a couple of off moments in the second half and then mate just stands up.
Jai Gray.
Has a fucking crack. He's not the biggest name in the club, but he's very beloved.
Yes,
and he stands up. It's good to have those blokes have a game like that because the confidence levels on him for the rest of the year, it's nothing but positivity.
3 years ago, they didn't have that.
No, that's what last year they didn't have that.
If Latrell Cody didn't win
coming with the big plays and Cody and that's off, who the fuck's else going to stand up?
Yeah.
You got Jack White and all those sort of boys. They're the guys.
Yeah.
You know, Kalon Matangi, they can hold the fort down. Cam Murray.
Yeah.
It's not all Latrell.
Yeah.
You can have a little bit of an off night with his decisions, then someone else makes that up. That's what a good team does.
I reckon they should get potentially Cheese and Campbell Graham back next week. So they've got the bye and then they've got you guys Easter Friday.
Ooh,
Is it
yeah,
Easter
I'll be
Friday?
there. Yeah.
Good Friday coming up.
Yeah, but it's good.
I tell you what, though, if they disrespect the ball like they did in this game against your Bulldogs, Bulldogs will maul them.
Yeah.
They'll maul them, honestly. This one comes from Gordy around the Tigers. Tigers fan here. Keen to hear you guys' thoughts on this, as I feel it may be an unpopular opinion, and I don't think I've ever heard it or the analysis around it. The Tigers' red zone attack has been horrific for the last few seasons. Despite Luai's arrival, it was still as bad as ever last night. Tell you what, it was pretty good week 1 against the Cowboys. I will say that.
Yeah.
We seem to dominate games from our halves through to the middle of the park, but just as we get inside the 20, we turn to custard. We just can't attack from a standing start. I love Appy, but I think a lot of it comes down to his service. He often takes a step or two before releasing the ball, giving our halves next to no time. Very rarely do we see him clear the ball quickly, and I think this is a true reason why we are so clunky and disorganised at times. Would love to hear your thoughts. Keep smashing it. Lads, Jordan.
What do you think about there? Is he talking this year or is he talking last year?
Just in general. It's a good point around Appy. For as good as Appy is, this is why I've always been of the opinion Appy's really difficult to play with.
Yeah, that's why he's not in the origin side. That's what Madge said. He goes, he doesn't like because he's so creative, takes a lot of time off the half. So when you do come stepping out and like taking it, and it's not from the ground, what does that do? It takes time off the halves because everyone's moving so quick. That's a communication thing. That's Dewey having a hard conversation with Appy and Luai saying, fucking from the ground, mate. Right? Especially in the red zone, like when Harry Grant and all these blokes and Egan, they're throwing lasers, man. Lasers.
Egan's service
to
has been
here,
so good.
right? You're not even fucking catching him out the back. You're getting it here. Appy can do that.
100. That's a good point because I was going to speak about Egan before and we sort of got caught up in everything else. Egan does a really good job of not overplaying. His service, mate, to start the season has been a sneaky underrated.
Outstanding.
But he still has moments in the game where he's really affecting the defensive line. I think it was might have been the Tanner Boyd try. I think it was. Gets out, double shape on the line, in one movement, rips the ball back, hits Tanner Boyd, and Tanner Boyd sort of just goes through untouched off the back of it. He is. And Appy's got to find that balance as well where he brought them back into this game, by the way, too.
Yeah.
This is where it's hard. You live and die by the sword. It's similar to, I guess, maybe in a way in the 7 position with Sammy Walker, but you live and die by the unorthodox play of Sammy Walker. It would be like trying to get your timing off Appy would be hard, mate.
Hard for middles.
Hard. And it takes some adjustment.
He loves getting markers out because he's so smart, Appy. Like it's sometimes a detriment to him. If you're not on the same page as him, footy IQ wise, you get left behind.
Yeah.
And you look stupid.
He goes
because you'll miss the timing. Yeah. You miss the timing, and then you go out the back, and then the 7 gets the ball and he's getting pumped.
Yep.
So it's too late. So the middles need to really be on the same page. I blame the middles for not being on the same page sometimes when he's down on the line, right? Yeah. And
they've been with him long enough now too.
They've been with him. Yeah, it's 3rd year. It should be beautiful. But now this is throwing a spanner in the works with Dewey at 7 because he's had Luai at 7. He's had all these other guys, so he needs to understand how Dewey works. Dewey's a runner.
Yeah,
Dewey runs. He's not a facilitator. So down in the red zone, if he's on the right side, Dewey just wants to fucking dummy dig in himself.
Yep.
Dummy out the back. It's pretty basic. Early. Yeah, pretty basic stuff. So it opens up the left side because that's the most dangerous side. But they seem to get lost around the way because Appy will fuck around sometimes and hit the middle guy and then it'll fuck the space up.
But if there's one person, and now I'm playing devil's advocate with myself, I'm juggling this as well. And you know what? Matty Cameron, the CEO of the Panthers, was on a potty with James Graham, and he said that originally, before Nathan and Jerome had become who they were, they needed Appy badly because they needed some creativity. Then once they established themselves, they were able to move on from him and go to Mitch Kenny. So that's what you get when you get from Appy. Like you get a general, but then once you've got veterans in place now, like Adam Dewey and Jerome Luai,
Dewey's not a natural half, mate.
But
that's where I think the miscommunication and everything is, and the timing is off.
Yeah.
Because Appy's fucking still rolling around with his forwards. I love the way Appy thinks. He's middles first.
Yeah.
Middles need to be on the same page as Appy, because if they're running the right lines, it'll bring in the markers A, B, and maybe the C man if they're running their right lines, right?
Yeah.
Outside, inside of the C man, pretty much. Then Dewey gets more space. And so does Luai. Luai's the combination on the left's fine. That's whether Luai wants to be deeper or he wants to run the ball. Yeah, he can do what he wants. It's that right side that's struggling.
Yeah.
Because of Dewey.
Yeah.
And Appy are not on the same page and same as the middles.
It's going to take some time.
It takes time, mate.
Yeah. Yeah. I like what the Tigers, they're working hard for each other. Yeah. Like I said, despite you sounding contradicting myself, Rabbitohs really should have blown them out. Then the Tigers got themselves in a position where they should have won. Double blow as well. No Louis and Dewey. It looks like heading to Auckland, so that'll be a tough away
Luai?
trip. Yeah, Luai's.
Oh, yeah. That looked...
Was that any news?
MCL, apparently.
What about rewind back to the Bulldogs and Raiders? How about the play from Milky fucking Haywood?
Yeah, nice.
That was nice with Birdo coming around the other side, which split the markers.
Billy Slater talked about it on the Footy Show yesterday.
That was beautiful.
He showed vision of a play that they did exactly the same way with a little subtlety.
Yeah.
Guess who was the assistant coach for the Melbourne Storm back in 2017?
Who?
Adam O'Brien.
Really? Shit. Now, I remember watching those plays come at us.
It was a
in
copy and paste.
In the mid-2000s, 2010s and stuff like that. I was like, when Bill was on and you had those blokes coming on the other side.
All right, just quickly talk. Let's get to the Eels versus Dragons. And I'll be totally honest, I watched the first half and then I was on the way into the radio to call the following game. So I'll get you guys to help me out with this one, boys. Eels 30 defeat the Dragons 20. Fellas have been high on Yongi for a while. I know Walshy has that fullback spot locked up, but at what point does Yongi put pressure on Walsh for Queensland fullback spot? I just think he'll suit Origin to a T, got all the skills and tough as nails. Bleneth, I'm with you on this. Not this year. Walshy is in good nick. It's probably going to need an injury, but Yongi would not look out of place in an Origin jersey because you're right, mate. For everything that he represents, he's got Origin written all over him.
Yeah, tough. He's tough and he's defensively outstanding.
Yes.
But you're going to have to wait a bit. He's only 20 years old and Walsh is, 24?
You've also got...
Need to fucking string him.
You've got Kalen. You've got Kalen there still too.
Yeah, 2-3 years. He's going to have to do what Dylan Edwards did.
Yep.
Just fucking outwork and Parra needs to be successful. It's going to have to be one of those. So
yep, agreed.
He's a gun player. But the Eels were all right. Back to the Dragons in the first half, right?
Yeah.
Were just one out, which I didn't mind, and it was working.
Powering through them.
Yeah.
Small ball Paris.
Small ball, big ball. Like they had Goulet and fucking
Couchman Brothers.
Couchman Brothers were going good. Like everyone was going good. Didn't overcomplicate it. Had a few cracks at him. Pretty successful, right? Parramatta were pretty clinical. They didn't really lose that much, right? But like the Dragons in the second half was like fucking whatever. I don't know what the opposite of whatever the first half was, but they just dropping balls all over the shop. No intent with their running, with their middles. Everyone was sort of playing very individual. And I was like, as I said, back to the Warriors game, the amount of like continuity through the middles, connection, and everybody on the same page is like everyone was trying to score that try when it was 24-20, wasn't it? So 24-20 was like 12 minutes to go, and the Dragons had a shitload of ball down there. I think it was a Gula. Yeah, mate, they had like 5 on fucking 2, and he just holds the ball. Like he just got to pass the ball, mate. Like it's just. It would have been frustrating for Dragons fans. I was looking at that going, thank fuck I don't fucking follow the Dragons.
When De Silva scored his try, St. Jordan Samrani went off. And then even when Charlie Geimer come on, he was activated. He was able
putting out in the centres.
Yeah.
But Mitchell was sort of defending at centre. Sort of how it was all going.
Oh, so he was defending a 2-man, as in the second in from the winger.
But that's your... Like, how does Moses Sully not get the ball? You know what I mean? Like at least have like 9 or 10 cracks at him. I think he got the ball twice, 2 or 3 times, and it wasn't even an isolated situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I said that all I have to do is just get to the right side to open up the left a little bit, and you could probably have 2 cracks at him instead of 6. And then the Eels defense was good, but the attack was fucking terrible. 7 and 6, all on different pages. Terrible balls from the 7 to, like when they were having a crack at him to Val. Val's had some fucking drops. So Gutho, their main men, who was getting the lion's share of the ball. I was like, ugh. So they had it. They could have won the game. I was just watching and going, this is very frustrating.
I saw Atkinson had a nice little show and go to like in the first half, which I saw a little double pump, which put Jaden Sewer through.
Yeah. They were going good.
He's got a nice long kicking game. I'll stay on the Eels because we always like to start on the Eels. Fuck, Tuivati. Every time I looked up Tuivati again was awesome. His movements plus his conditioning for a big boy is really good in the modern game, Mace. He's going to be required because Hopgood ACL.
Oh, no, it was an ACL.
Feel bad for him. Never intentional.
That was from the fucking...
Yeah, the hip drop on Ryan Couchman, which is just fatigue. So that sucks for Hoppy because
Didn't he come back from a...
he's been injured a fair bit the last couple of years.
He got his Queensland jersey and then it's sort of just been
banged up
for him.
Yeah, can't catch a break. De Silva with a double off the bench.
Yeah, I think he played good.
It's the one...
I can't really sit there and go, Eels were outstanding.
It didn't feel like
I'm just sitting there trying to give something to the Eels. I'm like, the Dragons just fucking lost it.
Yeah, okay.
The Dragons lost it. I was sitting there going, what are you guys doing?
Because I'm waiting for Pezzett, Moses and Yongi. They're 2 and 3. And I'm looking up...
They're not even fucking playing that good.
There's nothing that I've really watched of like, oh, they're fucking destroying. Like, I know Pezzett had 4 try assists last week, but
the middles
2 or 3 of them were really advantageous bounces.
But the middles aren't destroying it. The edges aren't destroying it. Somehow they're just scoring tries. And they're winning games, which is good.
I didn't like Dylan Walker starting as well. I want Dylan Walker off the bench.
They lose a fair bit when he goes off.
Because he was thinking more run, which is what you should do. But I want him coming on and creating
with
Tuivati.
Yeah, they need to get those combinations going a little bit more. Moses, Yongi and Pezzett, like they're not really imprinting the game, are they? They're not going there because of Moses.
Think of the
Moses kicking games, outstanding.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
He does. That's underrated. Pezzett, like not really. You don't really see him come in like dominate games. It's got a weird little vibe to it. And I'm like, and they're still winning. And then the little
You'd rather that than
Riley,
the Roosters.
yeah. Riley goes.
he could have gone off for a HIA easily. He got smacked.
Yeah, and then De Silva comes on, has some really good touches, fucking plays some good footy, but it's not outstanding football what the Eels are playing.
Well, 12
Very underwhelming, but they're fucking
I've
winning.
never seen this before, I don't think. I looked at the stats to just get a feel for the game. 12 plays in the Dragons ran for 100 metres and they lose the game.
The Eels, the Dragons was very disappointing, mate.
That's
I looked
crazy.
at it and I went, what the fuck is happening here? Nearly wanted to turn the TV off. That's how frustrating the last sort of 30 minutes was watching it.
Yep.
And I watched it on fucking mute because it was killing me.
You couldn't even SEN sync it because I wasn't following the game.
I just didn't want to hear anyone. It was just that bad. I'm talking like the last 30 minutes. I'm like, what are you guys doing? The Eels were sort of just waiting for something to happen. And then they're like, okay, well, you don't want the game. We'll take it.
Until Fox on the left made the break. It was like a sigh of relief in the stadium.
Yeah, because the game was on a tilt.
Refs calls that everyone was hammering Klein for. And then he just got the ball and we're like, can he get past? Skins him.
Atkinson's fast too, eh?
Yeah, you got him too.
He did
I love Fox. I love Fox scoring tries. He just took over. He's in the top 10 now. Well done, Fox.
Yeah.
Consistent, unbelievable human, great player. Hit him with the fucking machine gun. Yeah.
How good.
That was a great celebration. But it was a relief, wasn't it?
It was.
I know, even a relief for me. I was like, thank fuck. If St. George don't want to win it, take it, Fox. Because that was all St. George.
We had someone in the bin at that point too, so we were down a number.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't get it done. That's right. Yeah.
Goma went
we
for
just
10.
couldn't get it done. We're like, can we hold on?
Oh, that was...
I've seen people complaining about it because, and this is smart play from Mitchie too, right? Mitchie wanted to captain's challenge it. Like he was...
That's right, yes.
He tried to create doubt. You can't... Quick taps are quick taps. You go and... But it was a smart sort of IQ play trying to get over there and challenge at something that he knew he would have lost anyway.
Charlie would hit him, trying to get him to choke.
Yeah. So that was never going to go their way. And I've seen people blowing up going, why wasn't Mitch allowed to captain's challenge? It was like quick tap and then he was clearly trying to slow down the play anyway.
Yeah.
So...
this was frustrating. This is probably the most frustrating game I've seen all year.
Yeah.
Good to be an Eels fan.
Good to win ugly, right?
They won ugly as well.
Yeah.
You know, the last week. This is going to just build some momentum. Like, you've got to get these early games, mate.
Speaking of ugly, it's going to get ugly for the Dragons. They go to Gold Coast next week. Must win. And here's why it's dangerous for them. Because the Titans, they want to win, but it's not a must win. You can see, you know, everyone understands and gives a pass. And we'll get to the Titans now. And versus the Cowboys, they lost 30-16.
It's a tough carry, the Sunday ticket.
Mate, you know what? I enjoyed this game.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't mind it. But the other game just put...
Yeah.
I didn't even watch this one live. I just wanted to get off footy.
Yeah.
And the timing. What is the timing? Because I hate the 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock game.
So 6 o'clock is because daylight savings.
Yeah.
Because then it's still, if it's in Queensland, it's still 5 o'clock. So it's not too late.
Yes,
up there.
but also, and a part of it, I think, is at the start of the year when it's a little bit hotter coming out of summer, removing themselves from the potential 2 to 3 o'clock games when it's fucking a 35-degree day.
So I've got one next week.
Should have them all down
I'll
here.
see when it'll be after the Good Friday. It should be the following week, 2 o'clock.
Good.
There we go. Yeah.
I thought it was all locked in for the whole year that they changed their whole
It's the same
schedule.
pattern every year.
Yeah, I just don't.
Yeah,
even
Sharks
notice.
Warriors, 2 o'clock.
So you missed this game then?
No, I watched everything.
Oh, yeah.
I just didn't. I just watched it later. I was fucking Archer's rolling around. It's Sunday. I want to just spend time with the family. It's like 6 o'clock to like 4 o'clock, and then pretty much 4 o'clock to what? 8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll watch that when everyone's going to bed.
Drinky was awesome in this game, mate. It was a bit of a masterclass. I feel like he's lost a few kilos as well. Drinky's
Hey.
in pretty good shape. You can see it around the face.
Hey, little chubby. I reckon he's got potential to blow out.
Yeah,
after
big time he
retires.
does.
Yeah.
Big time he
You
does.
see some people. It's like, watch yourself. Watch your diet, mate. You're blowing out when
Need
you're a
some
professional athlete.
A few Papa Macros into him.
He had an extra gear on that try.
Fucking awesome. That was one of the best tries I've seen for ages.
I haven't seen him score a try like that before. Long distance,
That
like
was fucking amazing.
like support,
50,
like yes,
50, 60 metres?
awesome try.
Give him 70. That was outstanding.
Yeah.
Right? Like the balance and everything. He hit who's it? Keanu Kinney. Kinney didn't touch him.
Nah,
Hit him with that left.
broke his ankle.
Fucking snapped him. Yeah. And then the balance to regain that. And then, fucking, what's his name was coming over? Campbell. He was coming over.
So Adamaho was chasing, and he was. I think he just went a little bit early. He works hard. There's some player in him. So like the Titans, we'll get to the Titans in a bit. There's effort. There's just footy IQ is just.
Some teams that don't
Cross-
have it, mate.
No, they are the example of the worst, and I'll throw you a few examples.
Kurt Moran was good.
Kurt
I'll
Moran.
get the Titans, sorry.
But JC was coming over too. He clearly adds something to the team, like individual brilliance. But Purdue, mate, it's been reported that he has been offered 4-year, $3 million deal, so $750 a year for Purdue.
There's a lot, doesn't it?
Townsville Junior.
That's a fucking lot of money for a Townsville Junior.
20 years old.
They know what he's capable of.
He's the best player available right now.
He'll play Origin this year or next year.
He's the best available.
Who's the left side centre for Queensland this time of the year?
Val. It
I
was
think
Val and
Val's on the
Hammer.
outer, man.
It was Val and Hammer.
Hammer.
Rotated. They rotated.
Did they have Toyo as well?
Toya was on the right.
He's genuine.
Yeah.
Definitely, like he's the future of Queensland. He would be playing in that centre position.
Yep.
Stick him in centres and leave him there. He's
Yeah.
a player, mate. He just moves really well. I had a fucking good vision of him, a bit higher, how he moves. That's what I was looking at. That was great vision of his hips and everything like that. Can beat people. He's very strong in there, and he's just only going to get bigger and stronger. That's a problem, and faster.
Tell you
He's
who's a
20
problem
years
as
old.
well. Another youngster.
Yeah,
Heilum Lukey. He could be the fastest back rower in the comp.
with two Ricos.
Remember when 3 years ago he chased Walshy down when Walshy was a Warrior?
Yep.
And caught him in the corner and threw him over the line. Lukey, this is exactly what Todd Payton needed for video, these sorts of efforts. So Scotty Drinkwater's on feeling himself. He's on fire at the start of the game, goes down the short side. Jaden Campbell picks his pockets.
Yep.
20 metres out. To be fair, Jaden Campbell was in third year. He's a little bit worried about the hammy
Could have
that
ran
he
backwards.
just got back from. But Lukey comes screaming over, and what is the result of that?
Doesn't kick.
Jaden Campbell misses the kick from the sideline.
Fucking love that.
That's when you're an 0-2 team and you're under the pump and you're trying to right the wrongs of last week.
Yep.
Efforts like that when your premier player, who's on fire as well too, by the way, Drinky's hot, and he comes up with an intercept. That's how you get yourself out of ruts, those sorts of plays. So big shout out to Lukey. He's looked really good to start. When they get Jeremiah and I back, I know we love the system of the Sam variety, but he'll go back to the middle. He'll come off the bench.
He's him and who's the other front rower? What's his name? Fuck, they
Griffin
play the other fella. Well, he's played Origin.
Cotter.
Yeah. No, Cohen Hess.
Cohen Hess.
They look the same, man. They're both left arm carries in the system, and Connor Hess. Yeah, they got similar players. Then you got the big fella coming off the bench.
Yep.
Like they're all fucking very
Matty Lodge.
not fast.
Matty Lodge.
They just get it going, right? But they're
Tom
not.
Holland.
You need some fucking. Can't have that many big boys in the team.
See, this is where I think they're okay, right? because they were in a set for set. In fact, I think the Titans turned the ball over a number of times, which really cost them. Tino and Mo have really been off the mark to start the season, which we'll get to in a bit. But if you go set to set, if they can stay in set to set, they're all right. In the new 6 again rules, I think they're really going to get blown out by teams through the middle once if they lose any sort of momentum like they did against the Tigers. But JT was back to vintage JT through the middle. I think he had about $1.50 as well. And Ruben Cotter, when the game was on the line, there was Curtis Morin comes in off the bench, goes through the middle of the field. Ruben Cotter was on the bench. Todd Payton sent him out there immediately. Yeah. And there was another opportunity where the Titans were trying to go through the front door because just the way that the spine is for the Titans right now, they can't go around anyone.
No.
And Ruben Cotter just goes boots. I think he got
him and Lodge.
He got Tukey Simpkins turnover.
Lodge got him.
So that was a big play.
Yeah, their middles there. They're just very cumbersome around the middle. They'll get dusted by a fucking Like you have a look at the Tigers did to them last week. That's what happens. Smaller ball, like they just get around the ruck.
They need to remove one of those big middles. When Nanai gets back in the next couple of weeks, McIntyre, he's more versatile. He goes to the bench, and they need to remove either Hess, Neem, or Lodge. Most likely Lodge because it was the last to arrive and first to go, I think.
They've definitely got a lot of talent up there.
Man, what's happening with Tino and Mo to start the year? They're off the mark heavily.
Fucking big time.
You know what they remind me of? The Titans remind me of Parramatta Eels to start the year last year, where there's some big changes that were made. I think the biggest change that's affecting Tino from just the eye test.
Yeah, what's happening?
I think he misses Dave. Now, people gave Dave Fafita a lot of he copped a lot of shit over the last couple of years. But I think for Tino, it was another alpha for him. So, there are other toilers in the team that work hard, and Mo's a nice compliment as well. But David, for all the negative that you'd have to say about David Fafita, he'd also take a carry.
He's a dog.
Knock 3 people over, get a quick play the ball, and then Tino would play off the back of it.
He don't have that anymore.
That doesn't exist.
Beau Fermor needs to start doing that.
I don't think, even as good as Beau Fermor is, I don't think he's got like that level of David Fafita.
No one's got David Fafita shit, right? But it's like your back rowers need to set a tone as well. But Tino needs to set the tone.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if Dave Fafita's not there. He's the captain. He's one of the best props in the game. And they seem to be losing the battle in the first 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
He owns that shit, Tino.
Yeah.
Same as Mo. It's like somehow I'm just not seeing it.
And
impact.
So Josh Hannay has completely limited his minutes too because he's going to rotation. And I think he's
what's he fucking playing? 50?
48.
That's
48 Tino had. 9 carries for 87 metres.
Nah. That's not the way Tino plays.
27.
He's a 60-plus minute man. Get him, bust him out the first 30, 35 minutes.
So what's he been doing? It's been Tino and Mo. Mo played 40. And you've got to find the balance because I reckon Desi overdid it. So it's got to be halfway.
Yeah, not 50 minutes for Tino.
It's got to be
60 plus.
It's got to be a minimum of 50, maximum of 60. That's the sweet spot. Do you think?
No, I think Tino can go more. And he's lucky that Fodawaker, and they're both fit boys, mate.
Yeah.
You can get 60 to 70 minutes out of those guys. Easy.
Yeah.
I can't have Tino getting 9 fucking touches
that's
for 80 metres. Like he's a 15 to 20 plus touches, fucking 180 to 220 a game. That's an impact. He can't have an impact with these minutes, mate.
Yeah.
Because they're not the team.
You know what hurt them, though? They had a couple of tries early on where they got Jaden Campbell a couple of solo efforts, and Mo dropped the ball off the kickoff twice. Like, unlike Mo Fodawaker. So they're going through a period where they're clearly working hard for each other because I agree with Hannay. They would have got pumped by 60 if they weren't committed to each other. So 30 to 16 against a Cowboys team that were up for the contest. They're just making really dumb errors. And remember when last year at this time, I remember it exactly. Parramatta played the Bulldogs. I said to the Parramatta Eels had multiple players in the team that are not first graders. Not to say they won't be first graders, that they can't become first graders. They're just not first graders yet. And I'm looking at a few of these names, and there are a couple that stand out. That's where the Titans are at this moment. And they're not going to get any better until those guys get the runs on the board and get the reps. So they're not first graders yet. They're going to be probably first graders halfway through the season, and we could see some sort of late surge from the Titans, but there's going to be growing pains.
I could give Tino and Mo a slide or pass if they were centres or wingers, not when you're front rowers.
Yeah, okay.
You're the
That's
ones
fair.
who fucking start everything. Everything. Your intent in defence and your intent with running the ball all stems from your 2 starting props. And these 2 guys, you're talking over 100 games and 10 origins each and everything like that. They're fucking vets. They're supposed to take on any 2 front rowers in the game.
Yep.
In my head, I'm like, well, you got to get past Tino and Mo. They're gonna be a problem first, and they're not.
Yeah.
I don't know why. You got
It's,
to fuck around with their minutes a little bit more. You got to try and maybe in the middle of the year when you're playing Origin and stuff, limit it a little bit. Not the first fucking 10 games. Pump them out. Get your match fitness there, and then you can do it by the end of the year because the other guys have a little bit more.
I would honestly, it's got to be time now. Like they'll probably give it a couple more weeks. Brimo to left centre, Max Fine out of the team. Either Lockie Ilias or the young Zane Harrison. Let's see what the young kid's about.
Yeah, Jaden Campbell at 6.
No, Jaden Campbell stay at 7 and just put
seven.
just don't worry about the jersey number because you want Jaden Campbell to stay the dude.
Everywhere.
And, yeah, because the AJ Brimson to 6 is I've seen
Fucks
enough
the whole
reps.
team up, mate.
I've seen enough reps.
I love Brimo, but he'd be hating it at 6 as well.
But he hates centres.
Yeah, but I
He's
don't
a
think
way
he
better
hates centres
centre.
as much as 6.
No, he doesn't hate 6. He wants to play 6.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, no.
Well, he wants to be in a prominent position because he wants to be. He's
Left centre, mate. For the Titans for winning games, like you got to be left centre. He's a strike centre.
yeah.
Fucking get him right, Hanno.
Yeah. All right. That's it.
Thank you.
We'll see you on Thursday.